It's 2017, and welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I give to you the biggest, the chocolatest, the sexiest motherfucker on this podcast, Dion. Well, I mean second sexiest. Dr. Phil's pretty diabetesly charming.
Would you say he's pretty sweet?
Diabetesly charming is what I said.
All right, cool. Let's talk about that doctor, Phil Seitz. Well, let's not. Up next is Joel Hastings.
I love kittens. They taste like chicken.
And finally, Curtis Lindenfield.
I feel like that was a lot of pedophilic code words on Joel's behalf right there. Some John Podesta level.
So the year that everyone bitched about because of a few celebrity deaths is over, and now it's 2017. And we got a lot to look forward to in the world of pop culture. There's Star Wars, there's comic book movies, there's all kinds of good shit happening. But before we get into that, let's give a shout out to the listener of the week. And there happens to be two this week because we've kind of broke some records with World Class Bullshitters merchandise. First off, thank you to Jonathan Showalter. You are officially the only listener to own both World Class Bullshitters, the GTA t-shirt, the regular World Class Bullshitters t-shirt, and the poster. By the way, your stuff's on the way. Expect it in the next couple days. And then this one is very exciting. All the way from Sweden. So, the land of... I don't know what takes place in Sweden. Is IKEA from Sweden?
I think so, isn't it?
Well,
I think so.
I know the band The Knife and Fever Ray are from Sweden, and I love me some Swedish electronica.
Well, maybe we'll get some in return for the cool t-shirts we sold. Murat Yilmaz, you are officially our first order into Sweden. Thank you for picking up 2 copies of the World Class Bullshitters GTA t-shirt. But it is now your duty as a bullshitter to spread the good word to all your friends in Sweden, and hopefully in those electronica nightclubs and shit.
And if you succeed, we'll forget that you have the name of what sounds like a very European rap artist, Yomaz.
You actually sound like a Star Wars character, and that's pretty fucking cool.
Yomaz Jujudian.
It's Murat Yilmaz. Is his real name?
Well, I skipped with a new name because I'm not calling a dude Murat.
All right. Well, by the way, he has a request.
Murat for breakfast.
You eat Murat for breakfast.
I shoot Murats in my T16 back home.
They're not bigger than 2 meters.
No, sorry, Yomaz. That was a horrible joke, but that was for you, man. That was for you.
He has a request, though. He would like us to do a drunk commentary on the Ninja Turtles movie from 2004, the one produced by Michael Bay. We can. We'll get. Yeah, the 2014 one.
You said 2004.
No, I said 2014.
You said 2004.
I'll play the tape back later and prove you wrong. The point is, we will do that for you in the near future. We're going to try to do a drunk commentary a month, so expect those, and yours will be first on the list. Also, all the WCBS merchandise, as well as a plethora of other cool shirts, are only available from incarnate-studios.com, and don't forget the fucking hyphen.
Can I give a shout-out while we're here?
Sure, is it that guy in the comments?
Yeah, well, no, fuck that guy. I want to give a shout-out to Kenny Reisner, Kurt Reisner, and Ryan Saussman. Now, they're 3 brothers, and what I like most about Kenny and Kurt is that they take care of their special needs brother Ryan. They make him feel like a real boy.
Well, we salute you guys.
Oh, Curtis, it's almost like you're a real boy. Emotions. I love it.
All right, well, it's time for the news because next week it's irrelevant. So, first up, the first piece of news from 2017. There's a rumor that Ben Affleck may not be as involved in the Batman as everyone thinks. People are coming to the realization that Affleck's direction isn't locked in, and the Batman may not be coming out in 2018, even though they pushed back Justice League Part 2. So, how do you think this is going to affect the DCU if he drops out this early?
It's already dead.
The DC universe maybe went ahead and jumped the gun and started to tout that Ben Affleck was doing one of their movies. What? No. I think they fucking knew that he wasn't going to be that involved, and they said it to get everyone excited for the fucking movie because they're full of shit. So I think the movie's going to turn out exactly how it was going to turn out at the end of August when Suicide Squad came out, and they were all talking about how he was gonna make the Batman movie. I think that they were DC. This smelled like fucking bullshit to me.
Will Batman ever reach the same lofty heights as the Nolan films?
No.
Nope.
I don't think so either. I just wanted to hear what you guys had to say about it.
I think Argo was overrated, and I will fight anyone who disagrees with me.
All right, I'll fight you next time I'm in wherever you live.
And we'll record it for the bullshit podcast.
Make believe
like
land?
Argo?
I saw it in theaters. It was great. I'm glad it won an Oscar for Best Picture.
Never saw it.
Oh, fucking hipster.
Hipster, you like Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh,
That's the worst
I'm in
movie ever
majority.
made.
You guys are the fucking internet hipsters that hate everything.
No! How many times have we said... I just said I liked Argo. I haven't even said I hate anything yet in 2017.
I like how you were like, you're the internet hipster who hate everything. And Jeff got in the middle of the next thing. He's like, I just said I like Argo, you fucking idiot.
Oh, this is going to be a great year for world-class bullshitters.
Oh, that's great. I can't
I
wait.
can still see that Dehan's
Every
still up
year.
Jeff's ass, so.
Oh, man, I can see that. I mean, Curtis is a real intelligent guy and really smart.
All right, my next piece of news, we're just going to keep this rolling with mine. Gotham City Sirens, a female supervillain team-up movie featuring Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman, is on the fast track to happening. Woo! Do you guys give a shit?
No.
I mean,
That's a no. That's a no, Dion. Admit it. You wanted to like Suicide Squad and you hated it, and you wanted to like other things and that they sucked. So just be honest with us right now. You're not excited.
You know what? And I really hate when you use truth to break through my tough exterior, because I literally 2016, outside of a couple of really good hits, what I thought was gonna be a lot of shit I thought was gonna be good wasn't. So I'm sitting in the life raft on this one. Especially DC. They need to fuck them, man. Just fuck them to death.
I mean, we already know the whole premise, the plot line. 3 beautiful villains doing the bad, get together, and for some reason, somehow, they do the right thing at the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Suicide Squad, but it's like the Heat of the Heat version of the Suicide Squad. It's gonna suck no matter what.
And all they're gonna put their money behind is fucking Ivy and Harley Quinn having sex, or at least.
I wish that would actually make the fucking movie good.
Yeah, I would.
What if they cast Melissa McCarthy as Poison Ivy?
Oh.
Would it make
I
it good then?
Come down to Cincinnati, make you go see that movie with me, and I literally will just be staring at you the whole time, watching your facial reaction.
Your fucking fault.
You're gonna watch me cry. Like, oh god, why?
That'd be the creepiest thing ever. People in the theater be like, why is that black dude staring at that big guy? Why isn't he watching the movie?
Couple I've ever seen in my life.
You paid $14. Why are you not watching the movie?
Why are you watching this movie? It's a piece of shit. The DCEU is just... It can't win for, losing. Fuck it. I don't know what else to say. The one thing I am against, though, with this movie is this gender-divided entertainment bullshit that we're getting. Like, hey, let's do this all-female version, but we can't have a movie that's like all dudes anymore. It's like, The Expendables has to have a chick in it, and she has to be on the team. No! Wasn't it Ronda Rousey in that movie?
Well, that makes Ronda Rousey was super fucking famous at the
Unless
time.
she got killed in 48 seconds, I don't believe it anymore, okay?
I remember in the second one there was that Chinese chick.
But I believe Asian women more so than, like, your skinny white chicks fighting,
Rousey's never been skinny.
Yeah, she's
Ronda Rousey got knocked the fuck out.
Hey, Phil, would you have lasted any longer?
That's not the point.
No,
That's like
'cause I
saying-
wouldn't have
it's like
gotten
saying,
it free.
you'll never be president, so shut your mouth. No, the fact that Phil isn't going to fight a Brazilian chick doesn't mean that Ronda Rousey got her ass kicked any less.
Thank you.
I wish I could have been the one to whip her ass.
Curtis, you would have been the first one on the ground coming.
Oh, yeah,
up
some skinny
in
little
the air,
bitch.
being
I
like,
knocked
hit
her
me
the
in my
fuck
face.
out.
Hit me in my face. Hit me in my... Ooh, yeah, girl, you dirty bitch.
Now clean up my mess.
All right, well, speaking of messes, this is the final piece of news I got. Marvel Comics is finally being called on their bullshit. It sounds like retailers are beginning to get seriously sick of Marvel due to poor sales, which is nice to hear. I'm just going to paraphrase this article. You can find the entire thing over on comicbookmovie.com. It was released the other day, within the past week. And basically it says that retailers are getting tired of... Exactly. Retailers are pissed that people are getting out of their goddamn beds too early. No, retailers are tired of Marvel over-shipping books. For example, they'll pay for 200 books and Marvel will ship you 300 books, and you only have to pay for the two. But these retailers are stuck with a glut of these books, and then their sales are dropping because they keep doing these renumberings at number 1, relaunches, they're switching the characters. And the interesting thing is, the reason I brought it up on the show is in the comments, a lot of people are tired of this forced diversity. They all call it diversity on steroids, and I know personally that's why I stopped reading these books, because it's like, you can't have Bruce Banner Hulk, you gotta have Asian Hulk. You can't have regular Peter Parker Spider-Man, you gotta have Hispanic black kid teenager Spider-Man. You can't have a straight female character. She's got to be a lesbian, and she's got to have a short haircut, and she's got to be flat-chested, and she has to be covered up to her neck. Like,
and
fuck
she's
you
be
people.
A cunt.
Now,
That was already with the short haircut and the covered up to her neck. I assumed that said, it spelled cunt out. I was just trying to be nice about it, but okay.
Very cunty.
And and a black lady Iron Man.
Fuck that.
Jeff, remember what I posted on the second, and I quote, Marvel is suffering due to low sales, and now retailers are complaining. It's the character replacement in the SJW agenda. If you're going to kill off characters like the Hulk and Wolverine and expect me to embrace B-list versions, well, maybe you better find an alternate reality, Joel, to read it, because I ain't buying it.
Amen to that, dude.
There's an alternate reality, Joel?
Yeah, he's married and successful. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Fuck you, Jeff! Now I'm not paying you back for that movie I forced you to see that you fucking wasted money on.
You mean like all 52 of them? No, I gotta give them credit though. No, it wasn't, but I was gonna bring up DC. I gotta give DC credit though, man. Rebirth has been fucking good. And Dark Knight Returns 3, The Master Race, is my favorite comic book series I've read in the last 5 years. Well, no, 2. Well, either way, it's amazing.
Do you see the switch here? Back in the day, DC made the better superhero movies, and Marvel was the better comic. Now it's reversed. Marvel's doing better movies.
I wouldn't say they outright made the best superhero movie. I mean, the best one was, the Nolan trilogy. Superman won by default because it was fucking Superman, and even then, 2 out of the 4 were shit.
Joel's saying, like, from 1978 to 1998, DC's the only one that made movies, but in that time frame, Marvel had the best comics, is what he's getting at.
And now the reverse is Marvel's got the best movies, and DC is putting Marvel sales to shame.
And DC makes the worst movies.
Yeah.
Come on, I actually thought about watching Batman v Superman today, and then I realized what it was.
You'd rather get a root canal.
I'm not going to go that far. I'd rather take a nap.
Oh, I'm just saying, one pain over another pain.
Well, we're going to talk more about the DCEU later in this episode. Let's see. Who was up next with the news? Curtis.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of reports coming out saying that Carrie Fisher had a much bigger role in episode 8 than she did in 7. And then today, some reports came out saying that she actually had an even bigger role in 9 than she will in 8. They said that she had 2 actual big, very important scenes in episode 9. One where she reunites with Mark Hamill's character Luke Skywalker, her brother, and another one where she confronts Kylo Ren about killing his father. So there's a lot of rumors right now. What are they going to do with her story? Are they going to write her out of it? They're going to kill her off screen? Or are they going to do what they did in Rogue One and have her replaced with a CGI character? I want to know, how do you guys think they should go about dealing with Princess Leia, General Leia, in episode 9? And beyond the whole, you don't care about the series. What would you do to make it good?
I wouldn't have waited. I wouldn't have waited till episode 9 to bring her and Luke back together. That's like the biggest problem with 7.
I would have done it in 8.
You had Han, Luke, and Leia in the movie, but they don't all interact. That's like where Star Wars made its money. Those 3 had great chemistry. Because like even in Empire Strikes Back, they're only in the movie together for 3 or 4 scenes, and then they're broken up. And then in Return of the Jedi, they're only in 1 or 2 scenes together again. So to not, you brought all the actors back, and to not put them in episode 7 was dumb. So like, what is Luke going to do in episode 8 that he can't go see Leia in that movie? Like, is he going to live on that fucking mountain the whole time? Because the First Order is really not that big of a threat. So it's not like they're on the run from him. And then, like, I don't know where this movie's going to go.
He's going to go to the drugstore, pick up some Viagra, and fuck Rey.
Use the Force, Luke.
Get it up, Luke.
Let go. Obi-Wan, I like to imagine Luke's first time getting laid. Obi-Wan was narrating him through the fucking motions, like thrust,
No.
repeat, thrust. Anybody else?
I mean, living in the world where 7 is a thing, I'm not gonna give myself an aneurysm as far as what I would have done pre-7. But with her being dead now, and 7 being in the books, fuck it, put a CGI face on another actress, have her in as little scenes as possible, and then kill her off in 8. I mean, maybe you can just have the New Order, Kylo Ren, destroy her ship. Do one of those. Do what they did in Wrath of Khan, where they don't necessarily have to share the same scene. They could do it, through a communication or what the fuck ever, and have him kill her that way. And then at least it's settling for the fan base, and can be something that actually makes sense in the rest of the fucking movie.
I want a CGI carry Leia killed in front of Luke, which turns him to the dark side by the end of the movie.
It's too late for Luke to turn to the dark side.
We don't know about him. He's in a mopey little place on a planet by himself for like the last.
Wait, we don't know about him. Star Wars was all about him. We've been through his journey. He defeated the dark side. He's not going to see any temptation.
What are you talking about? In the canon, like the going bye-bye novels, he went to the dark side.
Yeah, that's why they went bye-bye, because it didn't make sense.
No, he went into the dark side to find a greater balance of the two and came out more powerful.
I did
come out more powerful, motherfucker. Fucking Leia saved him. So with Leia dead, how the fuck you gonna have who's gonna save him? Rey? Finn? Han? Oh wait, Han's laying at the bottom of the goddamn.
It's fucking R2-D2, man. He saves him.
Oh yeah, he'll turn back out and say, "Luke, no, use the Force."
That's what every beep stands for. No, Luke.
No, he turned to a little Asian droid.
/Arabic accent. No, Luke, you don't want to do that.
No, Dion. Every time R2-D2 appears on screen, he's just like, "Hey, Luke." That's what world class bullshit is.
Hey, Luke.
So, Curtis, what do you got next?
So with Carrie Fisher's death, Disney is making anywhere between $41 and $50 million from an insurance policy they took out on her. How do you guys feel about that?
Good job, Disney.
I mean, shit, you knew that she was 60 years old with health problems. That's smart on their part.
She had a 30-year-long cocaine addiction. I think it's pretty shitty that they're going to keep $50 million. Like,
that's my point. Do you think it's okay for employers to take out insurance policies on their employees and profit from their deathths?
They better
Actors
give
and
that shit
actresses
to them.
can take insurance policies out on their body parts. So that's kind of the trade-off.
What?
If the studio or someone has to pay you if you suffer an injury and a body part is altered, that's kind of the trade-off is, we can take an insurance policy out on our entire franchise based on you not fucking dying, kind of.
Back in the 80s, I bet Lucas took an insurance policy out on Luke's face.
He wishes he did.
They're going
He
to
could have
use
sold
that.
6 more action figures.
They're going to use that $50 million to CGI her ass into the last film.
Well,
That shit better
yeah,
look
they said that
spotless.
was a very expensive process.
And they still did a bad job because they thinned her face out. I know they were trying to be like nice to her memory. Well, she was still alive when the movie came out. My point is, she had I hate to say it, I'm going to. She had a fat face in Star Wars. Like
Yeah,
Princess
she
Leia
did.
was chubby in Star Wars, which is fine. She still looked cute, but like in Empire, she was balanced out, and then in Return of the Jedi,
she looked
thin.
like the even teenier version of what she was in A New Hope for sure.
She
So just
definitely
saying-
should have got into coke before those other two movies.
She looked bad in Rogue One, but Tarkin looked good.
She did not look bad. She looked pretty good. I mean, thinner, but it looked like a face.
I
Well,
mean,
of course,
when
it
I-
looked like a face. So did games on the Nintendo. They looked like faces.
When
Was that
I-
a good?
Well, the only problem with her CGI was the eyes. They were creepy and soulless.
I say her face was too thin. That's where I had a
When I,
problem. Her
when
chill.
I say bad, I mean bad CGI. I don't mean she looked terrible.
It's the same exact thing you're saying, Phil.
Yeah, I don't understand.
No, it's a bad CGI, not necessarily the. Never mind.
All right, on to the next point, Curtis.
How did you get that doctorate again?
So,
Kmart.
Season 3 of Star Wars Rebels is coming back from its mid-season hiatus, and they're teasing in the latest trailers the final showdown between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul. I guess this is a
that's
plot
nice.
line that obviously started in episode 1 and carried through the Clone Wars and is finally going to be wrapped up in this series. How do you guys feel about that storyline and those characters in particular?
I saw the
glad
trailer.
that it's getting some clout. I'm pissed that it wasn't in the movies, but this is the best that you can get, and I'm cool with it. I'm especially how cool Darth Maul was in Clone Wars. That's kind of one of the better rivalries in the Star Wars franchise, and I'm actually kind of excited to see it unfold in Rebels.
I think it's terrible. Like, it's too much. Seriously, we're going to get to a point with Star Wars where we literally know, like, what did they do the day after the Death Star blew up? Well, they sat around a dinner table and talked about old memories, and Luke cried for his dead aunt and uncle. Some dumb shit like that. Like, we're getting every little detail is being broken down. First off, Rebels is a fucking stupid show. And then before we get into the comments, it's for kids, blah, blah, blah. You know what? It's Star Wars. I checked it out. I didn't fucking like it. Clone Wars, on the other hand, was a great show. I watched the trailer for this, Curtis, and it pissed me off. I was like, really? We're going to have old man Obi-Wan Kenobi fight Darth Maul, who's half robot. Like, we already know who's going to fucking win. We already know what's going to happen. Obi-Wan Kenobi's not going to suffer any kind of damage, because in the first Star Wars movie, which would take place a few weeks later, he's okay. Darth Maul's got to die. Darth Maul should have never come back from that chasm. When Obi-Wan cut him in half, that's the end of it.
And I agree with you on that. That's my big fault with shows like Clone Wars. You know, they might be well done, but to me it fucks up with the mythos of the films. I don't like the idea that Darth Maul didn't die. I think that's retarded. I think having Obi-Wan kill him, even though it was in a stupid way, was the perfect way for him to quickly avenge his fallen master, and to bring him back later just is fucking stupid to me. I don't like how many fucking lightsabers and Jedi still exist during this Rebels time period when there should only be Yoda and Obi-Wan. Like, these shows, I don't know what they add besides money in Disney's pockets. I don't know how it helps tell stories better, because to me, it muddies the waters and fucks up continuity.
I agree 100%, and that's what a lot of... Okay, there's a lot of Star Wars fans that are too blind to see these problems, and those are the type of people I love to argue with, because they're, like, emotionally unbalanced. So that's entertaining just to fuck with these people. But on a whole nother note, besides my, masochistic needs, those stories are dumb. Like, here's the thing. Well, even with the prequels to a point, you know where everything's going. There's nothing exciting. Like, that's why the old Star Wars movies work the best, because everything is a new experience for you. You got the whole Death Star thing in the first one. You got the whole it's not Luke, I am your father, but I am your father in Empire. And then you got the whole, like, completion of the journey. The only thing, like, the prequels did differently is, like, instead of the completion of the journey, he went to the dark side completely. It was just, I don't know, with Star Wars, everything's just filling in the gaps made by those original films. Stop. It worked. It was nice when you had the movies, you had the comic books that told certain stories, like, they were on a mission. Cool. Like, whatever. It's not a problem. We don't need a fucking TV show based about that.
I'm glad they did Rogue One.
Oh, yeah, I am, too. That's a completely different thing, though. Because it's not like stories and stories and stories trying to build upon shit. Like, in no way did Rogue One detract from Episode 4. If anything, it built upon it and made it stronger.
Yeah, it's a side story that actually goes straight into the first Star Wars movie.
And that's my problem with a lot of these people's comments on our videos. Like, oh, you guys, you liked Rogue One, you're a bunch of sellouts. How are we sellouts? No one paid us to say Rogue One was a good movie. And you may have found our channel because of me bitching about Episode 7, but the only reason I bitched is because I like Star Wars, and I was angry at how bad it did it. So, to the people that constantly send me messages every day about, why we like Rogue One, go watch the fucking movie yourself instead of bitching about me for liking it, and you'll see that it's a quality flick.
Yeah, it's funny. We talked about it a few weeks ago. These people that go, oh, here's the problems with the Rogue One, and they list these things off, and they go, and the best part is, I didn't even see it. That's a real fucking intelligent opinion to have, then.
You're like those people in school that write a book report, but you never read the book, and then you get an F and you bitch about it. The teacher's like, I didn't like your thesis, or blah, 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 your theory was weak. Why did you write this? Well, I didn't really get to read the book in completion. And it's like, well, you failed, because you're an idiot. So, you people, you would have failed in college. Sorry, I just have to break it down to you. Now, would you guys want to see a movie? Would you want to see a movie between episodes 4 and 5 and 5 and 6?
Shadows of the Empire.
Oh my god! That would be the only time I am cool with a full CGI version of all the Star Wars characters, because that story is so cool.
Yeah, no, that was the first Star Wars book I read as a kid, and I was just blown away by the characterization, the settings, the new stuff they introduced that still felt like Star Wars. Like, that was a perfect book.
And it was a huge event, too. It was more than just a book, though. I mean...
The video games, the action figure. I had all the action figures, like you were talking about.
The commercials.
The Chewbacca with the mullet cut.
Yeah.
Just all those sweet characters.
It was great, and all the other Star Wars novels, too. Like, I read a lot of them. Dion, I know you did, too. They were really solid to a point. I mean, I'm not saying everything was perfect, but there was a lot of ones that made a lot of sense. Like... The one that I'm a fan of that no one else has read is The Courtship of Princess Leia, describing how they got married. That was a cool story. Like, Han Solo wins a planet in a fucking card game and shit. It's a crazy out there story that doesn't affect the movies. It only builds upon it. So what else we got, Curtis?
We have the Han Solo movie, which was originally scheduled for May of 2018. Most likely is being pushed back to December of 2018. Now, for those of you that like faggoty-ass James Cameron movies, supposedly that's when Avatar, the sequel, was supposed to come out, but apparently that's getting moved out of the way, which is giving Disney the go-ahead to put their film there so they don't have to worry about a head-to-head.
Because Infinity War comes out May 4th of 2018.
Right.
That, to me, sorry Star Wars, but Marvel has taken your place as like the franchise right now, and that's the movie that I've talked about 30 times, and I can't wait to see. And honestly, if you said, like, I have to pick one movie and I couldn't see the other, be Infinity War, because I have, 10 years of build-up. Han Solo, I don't need to know any more about him. He appears in the 4th one, he dies in the 7th one, that's all I need to know.
Here's something I didn't realize about Donald Glover today, who, as we all know, is playing Lando Calrissian. If you shorten his name is Don Glover.
He's also black.
I didn't know that.
Just for the record.
You didn't know that he was black?
No, I knew he was black. I didn't know his name. His name makes Dong Lover. That's funny to me.
I don't like him playing Lando because I've seen Donald Glover act. He's
he
really awkward.
sucks. He fucking is terrible.
Community is fucking. I hate Community, and that's one reason why I don't like him all that much, especially all this hype he's getting with that other show, ATL, whatever the fuck. I haven't watched it, but
I don't like him much either.
You better watch yourself. You'll be considered a racist online.
Oh my gosh, you better use a pseudonym name or something. No, I am not excited. I heard that he was. And at first, I was kind of excited, but then like after again going back and seeing reruns of Community and shit, I was like, yeah, I'm not. People shouldn't get roles just because they're quote unquote nerds and geeks. It's like, can you be the character?
Billy D. Williams was a smooth motherfucker. Donald Glover's not.
Right,
that's the problem. Now, I'll give this Alden Ehrenreich guy, or whatever his name is, a chance because I saw him in Hail Caesar, and he had that same kind of action and, like, adventure. I don't know, Chris Pratt or this guy could have played Harrison Ford in another movie. Like, I'll buy those two guys. But Donald Glover, it'd be like me playing James Bond. I just don't fit the role. I'd love to, but I don't fit the role. What'd you say?
Suit.
I do need a suit. Unless James Bond wants to wear Ugg loafers and a pair of shorts. I'm in there then. $007 is all I got to my name. Alright, so what's next?
Last one here for Star Wars. This one I'm torn on, so we'll get your guys' opinion. Woody Harrelson is in talks to join the Han Solo film as Han Solo's mentor. Now, I love Woody Harrelson. True Detective is my favorite drama series of all time. But I feel like putting someone of his star caliber in Star Wars is very un-Star Wars-like, if you know what I mean. They take relatively unknown people and put them in these positions. To have somebody like Woody Harrelson in it, I feel is incredibly distracting. Will be incredibly distracting. And that he'll steal a lot of the viewer's attention and make it more about him than the actual film or Han Solo himself.
I agree with you. I think the biggest issue with The Force Awakens was the star power behind it. Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford. They you bringing them back and you putting them back in the movie. It's like, oh, everybody's going to focus on them. The movie shouldn't be about them. It should be about a new story. Granted, the story sucked, and Rey and Finn are bullshit. But, I still felt that was a big issue with the movie.
I almost felt like they weren't playing Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker. It was literally just, hey, it's Harrison Ford,
Yeah.
hey, it's Mark Hamill, and hey, it's Princess Leia. Because let's be honest, I know she's dead and everyone's all upset, but Carrie Fisher was never that big of a star outside of Star Wars. She had like small roles in other movies. She did a lot of shit behind the scenes, but in like the grand scheme of things, her mom was a much more accomplished actor than she ever was. And, oh, I know people are going to be upset about it. Princess Leia was one huge role. Unless you're thinking of like the Blues Brothers or the Burbs or a few other small bits here and there, Carrie Fisher never had another starring role. Sorry, it's just the truth. Like, she needed Star Wars Episode 7. No one was calling her up and asking her to be in anything that wasn't Star Wars related. Mark Hamill has got his own career doing everything else as the Joker, and Harrison Ford's just Harrison Ford.
Hey, Carrie Fisher, it's Disney. Yes, I'll do it.
We were just going to ask you if you wanted to come over for lunch. I'll do it.
I'll
Do it.
No, but Curtis,
I
to
need-
jump on your point, I don't have a problem with it being Woody Harrelson. I have a problem with a Han Solo mentor. Stop telling us why the characters are the way they are. Just let them be the way they are. Unless it's important to the story, which it's not. Like, that's what kind of ruins James Bond with Casino Royale. We know why he is a womanizing, drunk. Because we had to watch him fall in love with some woman and have his heart broken. It was way cooler when he just rolls up in Dr. No and is like the baddest motherfucker in the room. So they're going to ruin that with Han Solo. Like, first, they had Greedo shoot first. Now, we're going to learn about why he has a scar on his chin and all this other dumb shit.
It's not a whip, is it?
That worked in that movie. God, those movies are so much better. I hate to say it, but if you're going to do a trilogy comparison, the Indiana Jones trilogy is much stronger than the Star Wars trilogy.
I agree.
Only one. What?
I agree. Except for
I
that
mean-
Temple of Doom shit, man. That movie sucked.
Go fuck yourself.
Wait. I mean the Crystal Skull. Sorry.
That wouldn't
Alright.
make it a trilogy anymore, dummy.
All right, Joel, give us your goddamn news.
That trilogy's way better, yeah. That fourth one was a
More
piece of shit.
hate on the current mindset of Hollywood. The new series called Justice League Action just starts pushing out the feminist bullshit. I mean, with scenes of like Wonder Woman standing always in front of Superman and Batman and saying things that most men are chauvinist pigs, and then kind of glances back and says, "Well, there are some exceptions." And Luthor being a dick and treating women like shit, and Batman other villain women like shit and not being nice to them. It's just another example of how Hollywood is trying to force a nice little agenda on us and try to brainwash us.
It ain't gonna work, man. It's gonna backfire.
It was the great thing about the Justice League Unlimited in that there was nothing about sex. It was just about heroes.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Hawk Girl and Green Lantern were fucking.
There was literally an episode about how they had a kid, so.
Well, see, I wasn't wrong.
But it wasn't.
Pretty sure as being sure.
Sex was just there.
No, it
Yeah,
was nice.
sure, okay.
The thing is, they were all equals on the team. It was never like, oh, we should consult with Wonder Woman because she's a woman. No, it's like, well, Wonder Woman's good at this. Well, Batman's good at that, and Superman's good with this. So
Exactly.
we're a fucking team. We play to our strengths. I'm not gonna watch Justice League Action because I'm not 8 years old. I'm not gonna watch Teen Titans Go because I'm not retarded. I mean, DC's any comic book cartoon nowadays is a waste of fucking time. Like, ever since they got rid of the Spectacular Spider-Man, Batman the Animated Series, and all those good ones,
Young
Oh my
Justice.
I couldn't get into that one, man. Everyone else
loved
liked
it.
it but me. I know
One
you
of
made
my
me watch
fa-
it, and I
It's
hated
probably
it.
one of my favorite cartoon series.
Is that because they had the word young in it?
You so funny.
Curtis, you know Joel too well.
I once was a 14-year-old transvestite Vietnamese boy.
Then what happened?
God.
You raped me.
And
Then
you
you became
grew
a
up.
15-year-old transvestite Vietnamese girl. Joel, I don't ever support the. My biggest problem with these cartoons are the short attention spans that they expect kids to have. Like back in the day, like with Batman or Spider-Man, like that show had a running narrative for the whole season, and you had to like catch episodes in order. Like if you missed like Neogenic Nightmare number 7 and you were on number 9 or something, like there were parts of the story you were missing. You could still follow it and enjoy the show, but
Or
like,
they
I
scratched
liked,
their head.
Yeah, I liked that. Like X-Men. X-Men built upon itself. All these other cartoons had really strong narratives and stuff like that. Now,
Young Justice did the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I didn't enjoy it, but I watched it with you. I understand the love. It's it's funny. It's the same guy, Greg Weisman, that was working on Young Justice, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Gargoyles. 3 cartoons that people still want to come back to this day. And for some
Young
reason,
Justice it's getting a 3rd season.
Oh, it is? Is it Netflix?
I think so, but I'm not exactly positive. But they've already confirmed it. They're working on it now.
Let's hope it doesn't suck ass.
It'll be like for a few years into the future from the last one.
And Wonder Woman will be in charge of everything.
What a
no.
All right, what's your next piece of news, sir?
Well, have you guys know that they're gonna make a New Mutants movie?
Ew.
Yes, they're making a New Mutants movie based off this magical evil bear storyline they had. Demon Bear. It was called Demon Bear. And let's see. Anna Toya Joy. Anybody knows who that is?
Nope.
She's gonna be playing Ilyana, Colossus's little sister. Let's see. Nat Wolff. He did Paper Towns and Death Note. He's gonna be playing like Cannonball. Alexandra Ships is gonna be back as Storm. And apparently, along with the girl who was Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
I liked her.
She was pretty cool. Nothing like the comic though.
And I don't find her very attractive, so I'm just putting that out there. But she's cool.
I actually kind of did.
She looks like a young
Enter
boy.
Curtis.
Well, according to Curtis, it's Enter Joel, but that's a different story. It was the haircut that turned me off.
It was her personality that turned me on.
Oh, okay. You like just assholes, okay.
Oh no,
wonder
it
you're
was
on
a
this show.
perfect counterpoint to his crazy.
Oh, not to hijack your thing, but did you hear Deadpool's supposed to be a pansexual in the new comic or the new movie, and they're going to explore him liking dudes and chicks more?
No, where'd you hear that?
I wouldn't. I don't believe a snap for a single second.
Ryan Reynolds said it himself. You guys all just have to Google it. That's not me making it up, and that's not.
He says a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah,
Was it something he tweeted or something he actually said?
Something he said in an interview. Remember, he fired the fucking director because he wants creative control. So expect Deadpool 2 to suck dick. It's going to be a fucking platform.
He's not
for
going
dumb
to
shit.
go this long, especially after making X-Men Origins, just to turn Deadpool into a pansexual to see if he likes dudes.
I bet you he does, because all these Hollywood idiots are,
You're reaching on that one. You're reaching on that one.
I'm not reaching. He said it himself.
He says a lot of dumb shit in interviews.
Yeah, but if you
just to
say
fuck
it-
with people.
No. What did he... Look at... Deadpool got pegged in the first movie. I believe anything can happen in the second movie, okay? Just saying. Name another comic book movie where a dude took it in the ass. None. Maybe Watchmen in prison. Well, I'm sure somebody got raped in prison in Watchmen, and maybe like A History of Violence. I've never seen that movie. My point is, nobody gets raped in Marvel movies except Deadpool. Like, no man has taken up the asshole. Deadpool is the only one.
He didn't get raped, you fucking weirdo. You are
Okay, fine. He's the only
you were
male
just
in a Marvel
so
comic
today.
movie. He's the only...
It was International Women's Day.
My point is, he's the only male in a Marvel Comics movie to have something willfully inserted into his anus. Never happened to Batman, or never happened to Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man ain't into that dumb shit. Captain America's too old for that. I'm just saying, nobody has done it willfully except Deadpool. So when Ryan Reynolds says some dumb bullshit, like he's going to be pansexual and all this other shit, he's going to explore his sexuality in the next movie, it'll happen, and I don't give a fuck. It's stupid.
Here we go.
I hated the character already.
I found the article in question.
All right.
Jeff, unfortunately, is correct. This is from Variety. It says, when we last saw Deadpool in the 20th Century Fox tentpole, he was happily in love with his girlfriend Vanessa. But as Marvel's first pansexual superhero, known to flirt with both men and women, star Ryan Reynolds isn't counting on a boyfriend for his spandex-wearing superhero in future Deadpool installments. What love is to Deadpool may not be what love is to Batman or someone else, Reynolds tells Variety. I think he could be played up more. He's an outsider in every way, shape, and form. Hollywood has been nervous about introducing same-sex couplings in superhero movies out of fear that major tentpoles could alienate audiences in countries less tolerant of gay rights. That's not really a problem for us. because we were banned in China, Reynolds notes. We were rated fuck you in China. Reynolds has already sketched out plans for Deadpool movies beyond the sequel, set for a 2018 release. But it's not clear how long fans will need to wait to see another love interest. The only thing that you have to consider going forward is, are we being faithful to the canon that we nurtured and created, Reynolds asked. One of those things is that Deadpool is in love with Vanessa. Deadpool isn't in love with Vanessa just because she's a woman. He's in love with Vanessa because he loves her. Adds one of the film screenwriters, Rhett Reese, most comic book heroes have been heterosexual or homosexual. We find this very interesting and groundbreaking. I hope it can evolve into something a little bit more.
No.
The
Well, they
only
just
way
lost
I
my
can
interest.
accept it is if the guy's dressed as a pink unicorn.
No, I don't find this acceptable at all. And if they're going to turn
I was
Deadpool
being
gay, then I'm not
sarcastic.
going to support it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. They're not.
Dion, look, you're just gonna have to admit it that it's fucking happening. I don't
It's
care how
not
much you
fucking
don't.
happening.
It's gonna happen.
refuse. No, it's not happening.
All right, Dion's self-denial aside, what do you guys think of this? As retarded as it sounds?
I don't
Yes.
have a problem with gay people in any way, but you don't change something that is already established. Deadpool
I have a
is
problem
not
with
gay.
you calling them people.
Damn.
Wow!
Oh, you're funny, Kurt.
Cortez.
I just, if you create something has been created, and I feel the same way about Iron Man, for instance. They want to make her a black woman or make it a black woman. No, leave it the way it is. I don't give a fuck what people want, what people think. It is what it is. There's no need to change it because it works.
And the thing is, the people that the people that complain about the change aren't the people that support the fucking product. It's dudes like us that go out and see these movies, and just people that don't have these weird ideas like, hey, we need to include pansexuality and 27 genders and this and that dumb shit. No, they're people that go, I want to go see a good movie that I believe, relatively can believe in, not oh god, Deadpool's gonna hook up with a dude now just because Ryan Reynolds secretly sucks cock or something. I don't give a fuck about Ryan Reynolds' agenda. Ryan Reynolds, if you ever hear this show, if I ever become famous enough, I'll tell you to fuck off in person. But until then, keep your bullshit out of Deadpool. Deadpool was a stupid character that had an awesome movie. You could still fuck it up and ruin the fucking name. And every yes man in Hollywood's gonna go, oh, Ryan Reynolds is a genius. No, Ryan Reynolds ain't a goddamn genius. This movie's gonna be a step down in quality because the director had a fucking strong vision, and Ryan Reynolds had a vision, and he only had so much say. So now that you got the director out of it, you got a weak director in there, you're gonna have a Return of the Jedi situation. It's gonna be a step down in quality because of Ryan Reynolds' ego.
Sounds about right.
Joel, didn't you have one more piece of news you wanted to bring up?
Yes, I want to shout out to the 4 animals in Chicago who took it upon themselves to beat, torture, cut, harass, and things like make him drink toilet water, all because of his race.
What happened now?
These 2 black males and 2 black females basically abducted a mentally challenged white male, tied him up, beat him, cut him, was, of course, saying things like fuck Trump, fuck whites, all should die type shit.
And they streamed the whole thing on Facebook.
And they streamed it on Facebook.
Idiots.
They got
Idiots.
caught.
I hope that when they go to trial...
Well, it's fine because he's mentally retarded.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much to lose anyway.
Well, Joel
That's
froze.
I hope they're repeatedly beaten and raped until they bleed out in their cells to death.
Yeah, I'd like to hear some social justice warriors or Black Lives Matter people try to justify this.
No,
Well,
this is
I
fucked
read
up.
an article today by
Yeah,
a
I wondered
guy
the same thing.
Sam King, who's some big black rights activist, who goes, people keep asking me what my thoughts are. And you know what? Did George Zimmerman go to jail? Then he kept listing off all these times that he perceived not black people not getting in trouble. And so in his mind, these guys shouldn't be in trouble because, well, white people don't get in trouble when they do things.
Well, first off, they did it on camera, so there's indisputable proof that they fucking did it. Secondly,
no way out.
Secondly, you beat up a retarded person. There's no justification, black, white, whatever, Don't fuck with anyone that's got a handicap, mental or physical. Like, what do you, you got some kind of problem yourself that you, like an inferiority complex. And then third...
The guy couldn't even understand what he was getting beaten for, I bet.
Yeah, you know what? These people deserve to go to jail. I have no sympathy for them. And I'd like anyone to try to justify their actions.
Person, Simone's, or something like that, she basically blames Trump.
Well,
how did Donald Trump do this? What did he do?
He brought out their fear, and they acted on it. It's his fault.
Fuck those people.
Now,
you're afraid because you're gonna have to do something with your fucking life.
Now it's breaking news. All four of the kids have been charged with hate crimes.
Good.
Yeah, fuck these people. There's no justification for this dumb shit. None whatsoever.
What
we don't even
state
get
was
political
this
on
in?
this show.
Chicago.
Illinois.
Oddly enough, I think it was in Barack Obama's district that he was senator for.
That place just needs to be blown off the fucking map.
Well, can I get some pizza one last time before we do? Because I love their food.
No.
Like,
I thought you were making a John Podesta joke. I was a little disgusted.
Oh no, I don't. John Podesta is never like a joke I make because he's a joke. Whatever, I don't care. I legitimately want to hit all their pizza parlors up before you destroy their city because they have the best pizza in America.
Yes.
Sorry, New York.
No, fuck
I've been
New York.
I've been to New York.
Right?
Yeah, New York pizza's whatever. I can get it at Sbarro. Like Chicago's got the absolute best. And Dion, make sure your family's out of there too.
Appreciate that.
I don't want Uncle Peppy to go the way of the dinosaur because of those four people. Does Uncle Peppy live in Chicago?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to meet Uncle Peppy one day. I just want to high five him. Like, Uncle Peppy.
You like him.
All right, Dion, what do you got for news?
Uncharted 4 was just released that they had Uncharted 4 sold 8.7 million copies worldwide, making it the highest grossing single title for PlayStation 4. So that I thought was pretty interesting, especially all the hype that was behind Uncharted 4. I haven't played it. I don't know if it's actually good or not, but apparently people really fucking like the game.
Yeah, well, there's never been a bad one, so.
That is true. I would kill to see Naughty Dog make a James Bond or an Indiana Jones game.
That would be sweet. Should they do one based on one of the films or a whole new story?
If they do 007, why not make their own story, but as DLC or something that you can get right away, you can have a skin of each James Bond actor. That way, you can have the fictional one, and you can have each actor, and you can basically live out your fantasy as 007 with any actor. I think that'd be fucking cool. And then obviously with Indiana Jones, there's just Harrison Ford.
They should also let you be able to pick the music too. What era of Bond music?
That would be pretty cool. I'd skip the 70s because Marvin Hamlish's score from The Spy Who Loved Me is garbage. But that's neither here nor there. What else you got, Dion?
Alien Covenant is going to be getting its own VR experience. IGN described it as, obviously a little pun on the movie itself, but it's going to be like its own, face-hugging VR experience for the upcoming Aliens entry in the franchise. So that, which I thought would be very interesting, especially for those movies, it would be fucking sweet. If there's anything that I would want to see in VR, it would be an Aliens entry.
Did you guys all see that trailer?
I did.
Joel?
I saw, yeah.
I didn't.
I'm torn. I'm going to see the movie for
Same
the
here.
podcast, but I'm not. It's not something like when I go through the list of movies I'm excited for this year. That is going to be on the list, but I'm not thinking about it actively. Like, oh my god, I can't wait.
Here's the thing.
Like Thor, I'm pumped.
I would actively be happier to see if they went back and put Aliens.
Put Aliens where?
Make it redo it in 3D and re-release it. I would rather see that.
That would be fun. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Because that movie, there's been no comparison. All these Alien Predator movies, that movie is the best one.
They definitely hit their high water mark.
Well,
not early in the franchise. It took 8 years from between. No,
it took
7 years between.
Scott Cameron.
James Cameron.
James Cameron to come out there and say,
"It's Ridley Scott."
I've got
and James
an
Cameron.
idea.
They had a baby, Scott Cameron.
They
He
did
was
it-
a shit director.
They did it with Jurassic Park. Why not do it with Alien?
I hate Jurassic Park.
But what about
That's a
Jurassic World? No.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I mean, they took Jurassic Park and made it 3D. Why not do it with Alien? That'd be a
Is there
better
going to be a
movie to see
Sigourney
in
Weaver
3D.
cameo in this? Do you think there's going to be a Sigourney Weaver cameo in this movie?
No, I think that what some people were saying online is this one is going to be again a lot like Prometheus, where it's not going to be a direct prequel or whatnot. I think there's still going to be one other movie before we get Neil Blomkamp's sequel that erases 3 and 4. So I don't, especially after seeing the trailer, I at this point I'm still waiting to get more before I make a final decision. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck Ridley Scott's doing at this point, but shit, I don't know.
Well, we'll see. Prometheus was just all right. I don't hate it like everyone else, but I haven't watched it again. I actually haven't watched an Alien movie in years because I'm not the biggest fan of that franchise. Yet I own Alien, so whatever. Sigourney Weaver, you're cool in my book, though. All right, Phil, close us out with the news.
Well, over the weekend was CES 2017, which is basically a giant technology expo. They interviewed the president of Samsung, and apparently Samsung is not going to let the Note series die. The Galaxy Note 8 will launch in September of 2017.
With 4K.
Yes, they are planning the rumors are they're planning a 4K display for their VR experience.
Phil, you know what I want you to do from now on?
What?
Every week I need 4K news from you, okay? I don't care what it is. Phones, TVs, toilet seats, I don't care, but I need 4K news from you every week, 52 weeks out of the year. Even when we review a movie, you're like, I got a piece of news about some 4K technology. I'll stop what I'm doing, and I will put it on the show.
I will do my best, sir.
You know what? That's all I ever ask from you guys.
2 from Sony, 4K toilet water.
A 4K dildo.
Well, and then the rumors they're also going to introduce a new virtual assistant. His name will be Bixby.
Like the Incredible Hulk? That's
Alfred,
Joel knows who.
Better.
Yeah, or they should have just licensed it with fucking Marvel and had Jarvis.
Yeah.
I would wait to get a new phone if I could say, okay, Jarvis, I need to call my mom and make an appointment or some dumb shit. Like, if I could do that and it would say, like, Mr. Jeff or whatever.
This time.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if it would do it in Paul Bettany's voice, I'm there in a heartbeat.
The Samsung watches, you can program it to wake up to whatever you want to say. So you can say Jarvis to the watch and it'll wake up and listen to you, and then you give it a command.
Damn it, now I kind of want
We are recently getting to the point where we're going to be like the movie WALL-E.
Yeah.
Wheelchairs, that is fuck.
Pretty much. I was sitting at work the other day. I was like, fucking, there were 40 people in the lobby, and like every single person is on a cell phone or a tablet.
I mean, it's just the way of the future, man. I think eventually we're going to have a little rift in technology where people go, I'm going to go enjoy the real world. I know I'm feeling like that. Like, I'm getting tired of using my fucking computer all day.
And then they'll go outside, get rained on, back to the tablet.
Like today, it snowed here and it sucked, but I went outside for a little bit. I'm like, it feels good to be out of my fucking house.
True.
Wait until the VR gives you the outside.
I don't like VR, Joel. I find it very uncomfortable because I put it on my face. I don't know if I'm going to walk down some stairs or get tripped or break some. I'm just not going to get into the VR craze. It's like 3D TVs. That shit's over. It didn't take off. 4K is really not taking off. That's just technology that I'm not going to buy into. I will never own a PSVR unless it's given to me.
Not yet. It hasn't
4K
taken
sucks
off
in the aspect that the human eye can't see that fine a detail.
Yeah, we're getting to a point with technology like for that. It's like, hey, here's a 16K print of The Wizard of Oz, and you're like, I can see Judy Garland's asshole hair. Like, that's as cool as you're going to get, and it's... The thing is, though, there's only so much resolution to what's on the fucking film. Like, we've already reached that point. We're not going to be able to get, like, smell-o-vision or something
Here's the
crazy.
thing. Nobody wants to see the imperfections in their favorite actors or actresses.
Yes.
When you start seeing pot marks on someone's face who you thought was hot, who wants to see fucking, Megan Fox? That up
Her
close.
giant gorilla thumbs.
I want to see that.
Oh my god, I can see that she actually is wearing about
4 pounds of makeup. Okay,
For
Joel
eyebrows.
froze.
Yeah, he keeps dropping out. All right. Well,
All right.
my last piece of news. Torrent Freak released a list of the top 10 most pirated movies of 2016. And believe it or not, I'm sure you could guess every single one of them.
And they're all in China. No.
All right, you go. Do we all want to try to guess it, or do we just want to let Phil read his list so we can get to the debate?
I say if you guess it, I'll tell you if you got it.
Batman.
Rogue
Superman.
One.
No. Think back
No
to
to
the
who?
beginning of the year.
Oh, Deadpool.
Yes. That's number
Civil
1.
War.
Number 3.
Suicide Squad.
Number 8.
Ghostbusters.
Not on there.
Thank God, people have some sense. Warcraft.
Number 6.
Wow.
What other shitty movies came out in March of last year?
Besides Batman and
Independence
Superman.
Day.
Number 2.
Insurrection. Or
Number 7. Batman vs Superman is 2. Independence Day was number 7.
What else are we missing?
You're missing 4.
Just tell us.
Star Wars was number 4. Force Awakens.
I was gonna guess that, but I didn't.
Apocalypse was number 5.
Apocalypse. Oh, X-Men. Duh. I forgot that movie existed. That's how good it
There's a
was.
reason.
Finding Dory was number 9. Revenant was number 10, and number 11 was Life of Pets. They included that because it.
Isn't The Revenant the
Leonardo.
Leo DiCaprio
Best.
got raped by a bear movie?
Yeah, he won the Best Actor award.
I have not
We
seen that
should have
movie, I
gone
don't
to the
plan
bear.
on it. Yeah, Andy Serkis, you did a good job if you even CGI the bear. All right, well, the news, it's 2017. We haven't been together in over 2 weeks, so your news segment was a little heavy this week. But you know what? We're back. We're excited to talk to you about pop culture and what we feel about said news. So, the news is over. Now it's time for the great pop culture debate. Tonight's debate comes from me. Now, if you out there have an idea for a debate, make sure you send it to us at worldclassbs@mail.com, the best mail.
.com.
And we will use it because it's hard to come up with a new debate every fucking week. So,
.com.
thank you, Curtis.
Thanks, Kurt.
All right, now, this week's debate is what fictional character has the best theme song? And you know what we're going to do? We are going to do the reverse of our news. So, Phil, you get to go first.
I couldn't come up with one, to be honest.
All right, Phil, you're out of the debate. Dion, you're up first.
Well, I just want to say, Phil, that was a very charming and influential argument as to your choice. Good job, buddy.
The two I would have picked, you guys picked, so.
Anyway, I came up with the Imperial March for Darth Vader. Obviously, Darth Vader is one of, if not the greatest villain in all of cinema, and that theme perfectly is an audio representation of that. He is, that when you hear, you automatically think Darth Vader, you automatically think Star Wars. It's unmistakable. You don't have to take a minute to say, is that from? You know exactly where it's from. And, especially for me, anytime I hear that, I immediately start thinking about Darth Vader walking down a hallway with stormtroopers behind him. I start thinking about fucking Star Destroyers. I start thinking about people getting shot. I start thinking about motherfuckers getting force choked. It is one of the most influential and most recognizable. I fucking love that theme for Darth Vader.
That is a very good argument. Now remember, listeners, since we have thousands of you, you get to decide who wins this debate. So make sure you tell us in the comments below who gave the best argument and why. All right, Joel, you're up next.
All right. Okay. My favorite character's theme, without a doubt, to me, is always going to be Superman.
Now,
the reason
which
why,
one?
The original movies.
Okay.
Was him score for me?
Okay,
Superman,
John Williams
well, at least to me, right? He's always stood for what was right and just in this world, while protecting those he cared for. In a way, he's like that cowboy without the white 10-gallon hat. People look up to him and believe in what he stood for. He has an ethical code which is a person could admire and even follow. When I first saw this movie and heard that song, it made me believe in something greater. It made me believe a man could fly. It made me believe that if I was in trouble, he would be there for me. Superman has always made me look at the world and think there's a possibility of a greater place. And when I hear that song, I I always feel that way. I mean, it just comes down to my heart. It makes me feel good. And I always want to, I look up to the sky if I'm outside and I can just imagine him flying over. And I can feel that no matter how bad things are in life, that it can be fixed and that he would be there. That's because.
You know, Joel, for all the jokes we make about you, that's the best argument you've ever made. I don't think anyone's going to top that one for real. Like, just a personal opinion, that was awesome.
I was a literal child. Wait, it came out, what, 77, 78?
Yeah, you were 8 years old.
Yeah, I mean, totally impressionable. And seeing Christopher Reeves, to me, playing the best portrayal of it, despite being a little small on the side, I just loved it. And every time I hear it, I'm in a little bit of heaven.
I watched Superman 2 this morning, and that song is the best part of that movie.
Oh, no, come on, man. Kneel before Zod.
Okay, Superman 2's effects are bad by today's standards, and it kind of takes me out of certain elements, but overall that movie's solid.
Yeah.
It's a little long in the tooth, though. There are scenes that, like, the Lex Luthor shit is really... He doesn't even need to be in the fucking movie.
He doesn't. And that would have made the movie that much better.
Yeah, and, I mean, Man of Steel is a bad Superman movie, but at least Man of Steel's action kept you kind of engaged. Like, the way they fought is so slow on the wires, it's like, oh, like, I don't believe any of this. But I did believe a man could fly in the first Superman film. All right, Curtis Lendenfield, you are up next.
Axel F.
Okay.
Boom!
All right, that's a great song. I love it. I listen to it every day. Is that all you got to say?
That's all I need to say.
Boom. All right, Axel F. For those who don't know, that is the theme to Beverly Hills Cop. And if you didn't know that, just it's on Netflix. You have no excuse. It's the greatest movie of 1984. And if you don't like that opinion, it's the most successful movie of 1984, and that's a fact. Sorry, Ghostbusters. Beverly Hills Cop made more money domestically than Ghostbusters. So, there we go. All right, I'll close it up with tonight's final thing. I picked a theme song based on my favorite fictional character of all time, James Bond. James Bond's theme is probably the coolest theme of anyone here. Now, Darth Vader's is imposing, Superman's is heroic, and Axel Foley's is very cool to a degree, but James Bond's theme matches every aspect of the character perfectly. You know, he's slick. The guitar is a very slick sound. He does these great, crazy action-oriented scenes, and you have the orchestra backing him up. And the theme works in so many different ways and places, too. A lot of times, like with Superman, while his theme is epic, in Man of Steel they kind of dropped that. When they rebooted James Bond, what's there? The James Bond theme. Like, that theme song at the end of Casino Royale is like the signifier that he's now James Bond. And it's timeless. Like, the electric guitar was ahead of its time in the 60s. A lot of scores were kind of boring and lame, but that guitar just cuts through the atmosphere, and it's cool, and it's exciting, and it's just like James Bond. It is the musical embodiment of that character. Just as much as Darth Vader and Superman, the James Bond theme is a character itself. So I guess that's this week's debate. Do you guys want to argue each other's real quick?
I'm down.
All right, Dion, what do you want to say about each other's?
Well, I mean, I think that, to your point of the James Bond theme encapsulates, I think the Imperial March encapsulates the character better than James Bond's. I mean, especially with how, like you said, he's imposing, and I guess, and this is coming from someone also who loves 007, but especially, the amount of movies that theme were in, the Imperial March. I mean, it changed how we see characters in their themes. I mean, obviously, especially seeing how, that came out after James Bond, it just had there is no better way for you to demonstrate the way that Darth Vader comes into a scene than with the Imperial March. Obviously, especially, the cool little quips that they put throughout James Bond movies with, a little snippet of the James Bond theme in Star Wars. Even when he kills someone and he walks out and they play part of it, it just fits perfectly on every level.
Name 3 scenes featuring Darth Vader real quick, just off the top of your head. You don't have to go into detail. Just name them. Go.
When he chokes, what's his name?
Admiral Ozzel?
Piet or whatever through the intercom. Fuck. You put me on the spot, goddammit. When he's talking to Lando and when he's talking to the crew chief or whatever in Return of the Jedi. That's top off.
So you picked 3 scenes where that song's not played at all. So I'm just saying, you're going on like every scene he's in. No, I didn't say every scene. I said every scene that they play. But I'm just saying, like I think like Darth. When you say Darth Vader, I think of that scene where he walks in the starship in the first movie, and he looks around at all the carnage, and then like walks away into camera. There's no Imperial March in the first Star Wars.
And to be clear, when he goes to talk to the crew chief, when he's coming off of the ship, they play the Imperial March.
Oh, you're talking when he lands on the Death Star?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the scene where he's on the Star Destroyer's bridge.
No,
when
he's like, he needs to be ready, I need more time. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Moff Jerjerrod.
When he walked off the shuttle. That was the first time I thought they had the music.
No. Here's the thing, though. My argument with that is it's the Imperial March. It's the entire Empire. Like, I like Darth Vader, and I think he's the best movie bad guy. I think you were selling yourself short, but like
Hans Gruber's in there.
That theme song fits with like the entire Empire, you know. Like when you first hear it, it's the Star Destroyer, doon 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 doon, and then you see the other Star Destroyer, and then you see the Super Star Destroyer, and it ends with Vader, which is cool. But then again, the Empire Strikes Back uses that musical cue every 5 seconds. Like, I don't think it really signifies much in the context of the film. It's like it's cool, and it like when you listen to that song, like when I listened to it the other day, I was like, yeah, Darth Vader's a bad dude, but like. It's used so many other places. Like, it's used in the beginning of the asteroid battle. You know? That's how the asteroid battle starts, with the Imperial March. Dun, dun, and then it turns into something else.
Well, yeah, because specifically Darth Vader's putting all his resources to go after one fucking small white T-1300. I mean, and obviously, yeah, to your point, I mean, that's 100% true. But it also, it's definitely used to perfectly cue the relentlessness of not just the Empire, of Darth Vader himself. I mean, he makes them drive into an asteroid field to get these motherfuckers. Like,
asteroids do not concern me, Admiral.
Exactly. That's again, you are 100% right on it being the Imperial March for sure, but it definitely is spearheaded by the fact that is about Vader. That's Vader's
theme.
Yeah, when he's in his bathroom by himself, he's listening to that shit. Even at the end of Empire, when the Millennium Falcon gets away and he walks off, they play a snippet of that. And even so, yeah, he's on an Imperial destroyer. That song encapsulates not only the rebels fear Darth Vader, but the people who serve underneath him are scared of him. They think that he's going to just flip out and kill everybody on the bridge.
I feel like this.
Oh, it's an awesome theme. I just don't think it's the best Star Wars theme. Like, it's great. It's probably the best that's not in the first movie, but I mean, I love it. I'm not really trying to shit on it. I'm just saying.
We're picking hairs at this point.
Yeah, like Superman's theme. I don't have anything negative to say about that fucking song. That song's epic. That's outside of the first Star Wars movie. That's John Williams' best song. Like even over the Imperial March, because it's so great that they had to bring it back 20 years later for Brandon Routh's Superman. Like it's awesome. It's like.
I mean, like I said, it is, the feeling of hope, which is funny because they said that this Superman's not like that Superman, so we're going to give him different music. Yeah, you're right. This Superman's fucking a crybaby millennial bitch.
And he doesn't fit his own theme.
He's not going to like me.
Doesn't fit his own theme. That's one reason that, especially as much as I love it too, why I wouldn't put Superman's above it is because, you had Brandon Routh. And so much so you have the reboot of the fucking franchise and you don't even use it but
it's Zack Snyder's fault though, because I wouldn't put that on the song because I don't really remember in Episode 7 did they play the Imperial? Well, they wouldn't play the Imperial March because Vader's dead and it's the First Order. Right. I'm just saying, like when you say Darth Vader, I honestly think of that musical cue from the first movie where it's like dun dun dun, and he walks through the door and it's quiet, and you hear him breathe, and then he walks. And then you hear R2-D2, like that's when you say Darth Vader, that's the first thing that pops into my mind. I'm a very Episode 4 centric Vader fan. But when I was a kid and I used to play with my figure, I'm like dun 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 dun, and I'd walk around with my little figure and shit. So it's great. I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just trying to
I know.
somewhat debate. And then with Axel F, I don't have anything bad to say about that song. It's so fucking cool.
I picked it so Phil couldn't play.
No. Phil could have played. He could have picked Indiana Jones.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not an Indiana Jones fan, so
you don't have to be a big fan to love.
Well, I'm not a Beverly Hills Cop fan, but I am a fan of pissing you off.
I thought you said pissing on him.
Well,
That too.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
At least I don't have to use a surname there, Kurt.
What's that?
Well, a surname is your last name. So you do use a surname, Phil Seitz, doctor of something. Did you say fagonomics?
No, that's John Cena's thing. Don't get me confused with him.
Hey, Phil, I hear you got a girlfriend these days.
No, I dumped her.
Wore the
Oh, really?
flashlight out.
Where'd you hide the body?
In your backyard.
Wow, that's a long distance to
Wow,
travel.
you guys are really bringing the faggotry right now. But anyway, the point being,
I
Wait,
got a
could you do me a
question for
favor,
Phil.
Dion?
Do you know how to get a Jewish girl's number?
No.
Pull her sleeve up.
I told that joke last week. Or
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Yep. See how stealing jokes looks like, idiot?
Dion, could you do me a favor and describe what faggotry is to the listener? We had this discussion in person.
those three motherfuckers trying to insult each other, it was so quiet and awkward. I was like, I need to do something. That's what faggotry means.
I
to
thought
me.
it was a plethora of fagginess.
Oh,
according to you last week.
that's the second definition. Yes,
Okay.
that's
It's
the
like
one that's going to go in
Excelsior's
Webster.
package.
That's the number one that's going to go in Webster.
Oh.
Plethora.
Well, Emmanuel Lewis, I'm sorry something's going in you, forcefully.
He is.
That's like a joke one person gets. I mean, we all picked, I think, amazing theme songs, some of the best in cinema. If you like these versions, or these theme songs, let us know in the comments. If you want to tell us what you would put on there. Remember, though, it has to be for a specific character. It cannot be like the Jurassic Park theme. I don't care how much you enjoy that music. It's not like anyone's theme song. It's dun-dun. It's just about the fucking park. Like, whoop-de-doo. A park's not a character. I'm not even going to argue that, or humor that argument. But, like, if you're a horror fan, you think the Halloween theme is like Michael Myers' theme song. Freddy Krueger has his own music. Indiana Jones. What other films am I looking at on my shelf that, you know... Hey, Crockett from Miami Vice has his own theme called Crockett's Theme, and it's fucking amazing. So, whatever yours is, tell us in the comments, and tell us who you thought won this debate. Okay. So, here we go. The main feature of tonight's show. 2017 is a packed year for movies, and tonight we're going to go through this year's major releases. But before we get started, I just want to ask you guys one question. Off the top of your head, what is the film of 2017 that you're most excited for?
Star Wars.
All right. Dion?
Shit, man. I think off the top of my head, I have to go with Thor Ragnarok. I really want to see them elaborate on what's going on in Asgard.
Joel?
John Wick 2.
John Wick 2. Phil?
I was going to say Thor Ragnarok.
I'm going to give that 3 votes for Thor Ragnarok, because I got to know what happened to Odin. Like, I'm very curious. Is Odin dead? Did Loki really kill him? All that shit?
I heard something that bothered me about Thor Ragnarok. They mentioned the whole Thor unworthy storyline where he's no longer Thor, and he's just Odinson. It's like, I feel like they're going to make it to where by the end he's unworthy and someone else picks up the hammer for Infinity War.
I did see a headline that mentioned that same thing, that he loses his hammer in this film.
Then he's going to have to find it, because the first movie was about him being unworthy, and you're going to lose a lot of business if you keep Chris Hemsworth off the screen.
Oh, no, he might
the
be
ladies
there,
love that dude.
but he'll be just called Odinson.
Plus, I don't think they're going to do that also because they're going to have to, reintroduce a whole new character by Infinity War. And that's going to be, is this movie going to be about Thor, about this new character? And if it's not about Thor, like Jeff said, that's money down the drain. I understand that being like he loses Mjolnir and the fact that it gets like thrown through another world or something, but I highly doubt that they're going to have him lose being worthy of the hammer and do a whole movie about that when that was the first fucking movie.
How do you guys feel about Doctor Strange being a prominent character in this movie?
Bring him on. He was great.
Yeah, he was great. I want to see what they do with
Doctor Strange. I can't wait till it comes out on Blu-ray.
I don't mean to sound like a fanboy, but the Marvel movies, all the new characters they introduce in their origin movies, like, I'm ready for more. I mean, this will never happen, but they could release a Marvel movie every month, and I'd go see it. Like, that's how much I like these things. Yeah. This is the year where we get 3, and I'm excited.
I mean, they literally could do one a month, and they're damn well guaranteed to make back 10 times what they put into it.
Yeah, I mean, even, if they were to do a Daredevil film on the same type of budget as they do for the Netflix series and make it just a like a standalone film, that would make bank because you're banking on the Marvel name, and Daredevil is such a small like character, not popularity wise, but like what goes into his world, that could be cool. But you know what? I love the show the way it is. I really don't want them to change it.
The only place where Marvel's
Alright.
fucking up is on TV. Not
Yeah, I
cable,
can't do
or not
Agents.
like Netflix, but like TV.
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is garbage.
Agents of
The
S.H.I.E.L.D.
worst.
Yeah, it's just so fucking boring. I like Agent Carter because she had big tits, and I watched her show every week. I never missed an episode. Like, if you really want me to watch a TV show, give me a busty British lady with dark hair, and I will watch it because that's my favorite type.
Because fuck blondes.
Well, I mean, I have, and I like them too, but like busty brunette British ladies, I'm there. Haley Atwell is she my favorite woman in a Marvel movie? Yes. Okay, so January, which we're in January, guys. I didn't know if you knew that or not.
Oh fuck.
But tomorrow,
What?
yeah, and it's January, and tomorrow, the first big release of the year. Joel's gonna go see it. I'll never go see it. Underworld Blood Wars.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Joel, I know you're excited. You've seen every Underworld film in theaters. Are you gonna jerk it to Kate Beckinsale at the theater or when you get home?
When I get over her house.
He's gonna
She'll be asleep, though.
Is that when you
Go on
stalk
there.
her and you break into her home and make her
Exactly.
do naughty things?
Give her the Arabian goggles. I'm sorry, I don't even know what that means. I just heard it in an Eminem song once.
I might even give her a jelly donut.
Oh, you dickhead! Don't punch her in the nose. She's pretty.
She is. She
Yeah,
aged
and I don't
fucking
think-
well.
Yeah, and I don't think she's a badass like her character in the movie. So, like, if you hit her, I think she would just fall down and cry. She's not going to
she'll
give
be
you a
asleep.
fucking
She
spin
won't see
kick.
it coming. She won't see me coming.
No one has
Most
ever
don't.
seen you coming.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
They're turned around and told to look into the corner like the end of the Blair Witch Project. Mike! Ah! Anyway, on the 20th of January, we got Split, which is that M. Night Shyamalan, Michael, or not Michael, what's his name? James McAvoy movie. Is anyone excited?
No, I'm not that excited.
Actually, yeah. I'll take that back. I do want to see that.
I like M. Night Shyamalan.
All of his
like
movies?
2 movies of his because everything else has been boring. I'm like, oh, let's call a movie The Happening where nothing fucking happens.
Yeah, I saw that movie in theaters and I regretted
Oh,
it.
I hated it. I wanted to fucking go around stabbing people with like crochet needles in the neck.
What? No.
What are you watching? The only funny thing I have to remember from that movie is it was out of frame when they projected it, so I could see the boom mic the whole movie.
Nice.
And it was so boring. The projectionist didn't care. Oh, I love Michigan State. All right. Also, that same day, Triple X, the return of Xander Cage.
That I want to see.
You would.
why?
Shut your
Even though
fucking
I will
cock
admit,
hole.
I'm making Hillary go with me just so I need closure with this franchise.
Well, I had closure in 2002 when I didn't see this movie.
That's what I was about to say.
And then I saw State of the Union in 2005, and it was one of those movies that you pay to see and you regret it before it starts. You're like, I got $15 to my name. I'm going to spend $8 to see Ice Cube. Just saying, man. Like, Ice Cube has been in better movies, but I don't know if he's been in worse movies.
Yeah, fucking the one where he's with that chick's fucking kids or something. That movie's way worse.
Pacifier.
I had more fun watching Are We There Yet than Triple X State of the Union.
I see. I didn't mind it. That wasn't good, but it was it was all right. I liked them trying to prove how tough Ice Cube is without actually saying, yeah, he's chubby. We don't want to see his shirt.
All right, January 27th.
Is Resident Evil the final chapter? Another
Thank
Joel,
God.
January is your month. Like, seriously.
I'm seeing
4
it.
out of
I
the
want to
5
see it finally come to an end and how ludicrous it can get a movie. It's the
I
horror
find it-
equivalent of Fast and Furious, man. It's just not as good.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I actually enjoy Fast and Furious quite a bit.
Oh, they released
Resident-
the title for Fast and Furious 10.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah, Terminal Reentry. It's going to be taking place in space for cars and shit. No?
Is this a joke?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, this sounds terrible.
The disappointment in your voice, Jeff.
Well, it's because if you think about it, they've gotten more and more ludicrous with.
No, we don't
Because
have
they
to
have
think about it.
ludicrous in
That's
them?
the problem. Those movies are. Don't get me wrong. That's a whole other pot of issues. At least they look cool. But fucking Resident Evil, it's just. We get it. We'll see a nipple, and then she jumps through a window, And is she gonna fuck that guy? No, he's a zombie. End of film.
You can see her bush in the first movie, so that's the only redeeming quality. And that laser scene, that was pretty fucking.
Wish they're making a call back in the next one.
Well, I ain't gonna go see it, so fuck you, Screen Gems and Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh,
Shitty director.
Next.
Alright, speaking of more shitty movies, on February 3rd we get Rings, which is the sequel to The Ring. And I just want to say before we
John
comment on it.
Wick.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
No, I
February
didn't.
10th.
It doesn't. I'm on February 3rd, Joel.
Oh, sorry. What
It's okay.
about Phil's favorite movie? With Samuel L. Jackson, James Baldwin, and some guy named Peck? I Am Not Your Negro?
What?
Yeah! There's a movie coming out called I Am Not Your Negro.
Send me a link to that. I need to just see what the story is about.
And how is
but
that
no,
my favorite movie?
Just making a funny, Phil.
Joel
It
just wanted to get away with
wasn't
saying Negro.
What did you say, Negro?
Tell me, Negro Damas, what's in my future? Not this movie. No, but Rings comes out February 3rd. It's a horror movie that Nick will probably go see. The Ring was stupid, and The Ring 2 is the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters. I can joke about Star Wars. I can joke about all these other things. The Ring 2, I saw it in high school, and I regret it because there's a scene where deers try to kill people.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
Or deer.
I was about to
try
say,
kill
I think deer itself is both singular and plural.
I corrected myself before you could say shit, so shut the fuck up and get ready for The Space Between, which comes out on February 3rd. And if you're thinking, what is The Space Between besides that stupid Dave Matthews Band song, it's that movie where the kid is born in outer space and comes to Earth and falls in love but can't stay here because he's a bitch and the atmosphere is killing him.
Oh, he was born on Mars. Yeah, we saw that. Crappy.
Yeah, that movie looks
that
ridiculous.
was
your
a
ass
crappy
to Mars.
trailer.
It was supposed to come out this past year in 2016, but it got bumped away because no one wants to see it.
Nobody wants to see it.
Just-
Let's push it back.
I swear there was a...
There goes, hey, Dave, that movie that we made last month. Yeah, it turns out no one wants to see it. You want to just throw it out for next year? Sure thing, Bill. Sure thing. We'll pass it on next year. Deal.
Maybe people will like
No.
it better next year.
Yeah,
Dude,
right,
there was this
right.
Meg Ryan movie where she was like a boxing promoter or something with Omar Epps. I swear to God, I saw that like a year before it came out, the trailer. So that shit happens all the time.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. The first film that I have to see of the 2017 year, John Wick Chapter 2, which comes out February 10th.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, man.
I-
I'm excited for that.
One thing is though, I'm worried because it's not going to be as good as the original. Because the reason I think we all like the original is because we had no clue what to expect. Now we kind of expect something.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think this
I mean-
one's gonna be as good.
I think it will be, especially with so far, they're all trying to kill him again, and it's just like, we'll stick to the same formula, but it's overseas. And
That's my
comics-
problem when they take.
It's like
when
Taken
they take,
2.
Yeah, God, Taken 2 is a step down from Taken. Taken was amazing. Taken 2, ugh.
Also, February 10th, we have the Lego Batman movie.
I may go see that. I don't know. I'm not.
The second trailer I saw made me not want to see that movie.
For Curtis, we have 50 Shades Darker.
Well,
Curtis.
Getting a piece of that black coke.
he wants the whole thing, Shane Diesel style.
I don't want a piece. I
I'm
want
more
that
of a
whole
Mandingo guy myself.
I just picked the first black porn star I could name by name. Also, Joel, you're forgetting something the next week. The Great Wall, which is that movie where Matt Damon's the white Chinese
Yeah,
person.
I forgot about that one.
Even if I'm seeing this movie, even if there's bad reviews, because I want to give money to a movie for all the people crying about this movie. I just want to get.
Yeah,
I want to
I'm
make
tired.
this movie better and get more money.
Whitewashing is not a real thing in Hollywood, people. It's a fucking term created by bloggers and idiots that can't get laid. Like, honestly, if everyone in the world was getting laid all the time, they wouldn't have time to bitch like, oh, I'm being so
He's
oppressed.
not even playing
I need to have a
Chinese
shitty haircut.
person. He's playing someone from the West.
Yeah, I know people don't take into account these things, but you know what? They want to bitch. Oh, now the following week we get the weirdest movie of the year, in my opinion, Get Out, which is that Jordan Peele movie. That looks terrible.
It looks like garbage. But is that the one where it's the black dude and he goes to his girlfriend's house or whatever, and they're all like mind controlled and they want to kill him because he's the black guy or something. Was that the one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also called The Story of Dion Green.
Right. Well, it's a true story based on me, but I can promise you it's as hilarious as it sounds.
I won't see this movie on principle. I hate these kind of fucking
Principal?
movies. Yeah, Principal Ed Rooney.
Yes, it's what he named his
Greatest
dog,
Principal
Principal.
Yeah. He's also dead now. All right, here we go, guys.
March 3rd.
Logan.
Yep.
I am
that's gonna
excited for that.
That's going to be probably the first commentary, or not the first commentary, but the first review of the year from World Class Bullshitters. I'm guaranteed to go see that movie. Not
Same
in
here.
3D, but, whatever. Also, the next week is a movie that I'm personally excited for.
Kong.
We've never talked about Kong
Yes.
Skull Island.
Yeah, that one actually
Joel-
looks really good.
Yeah, I loved the trailer. I didn't talk about it on air, but that's a fucking movie that I will see.
I want to see
in
Samuel
IMAX
Jackson
3D.
say, "I'm sick and tired of this motherfucking gorilla on this motherfucking island."
I'm cool with that if that's said. If not, I just want to see some shit get fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a bunch of this.
Phil, I know you'll see this next film, Beauty and the Beast, which comes out March 17th.
I will. It looks good.
See? You all laugh. I know Phil so well. He goes and sees all these bullshit live-action Disney
I
remakes.
go see a lot of movies. I see a lot of movies just to say I've seen it.
We know you buy a
There
lot
is
of
a
dumbass
like game
DVDs
porn
just to
I've
say
never
you buy
seen,
them.
so I'm not going to go out and watch that either. See? The point is, you don't have to watch everything just to say you've seen it. I've never seen E.T. I don't want to watch it just to say I've watched it.
I like watching movies. What's wrong with that?
I do too, but I'm not going to go watch Beauty and the Beast.
Why?
Hey, if I was there, you would. No.
No, I wouldn't. I hated. Look at. No, I saw Beauty and the Beast as a kid when it was animated, and I fucking hated it. Why am I gonna go almost 30 years later to watch a movie in live action that I
Emma
hated as a
Watson
kid?
nipple slip. No.
You can see her bush on the internet
Where?
for free.
Where?
Her 18th birthday, she had an upskirt on her at her party. Just Google Emma Watson upskirt. You'll see all of it.
I will be
now.
back in a minute.
All right. Curtis is going to go bust a nut. Here we go, guys. This is probably going to be our most viewed episode of the year from March 24th. It's going to be the Power Rangers
Rangers.
movie.
God damn it.
Oh, you're.
We'll go see it, and I will bitch about it. Have you guys seen all those toys?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
like
saw the
that.
Morpher.
The Putty Patrol.
They're absolute dog shit. Phil, the Putty Patrol is the least offensive part of that, in my
so
opinion.
generic. Like they didn't even paint them. They just
All their
printed
swords.
gray plastic.
All their swords are
Yeah, even the
exact
original
same
Putty
thing
Patrollers
with just
were good.
different colored hilts. That's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, the Power Rangers didn't even have fucking swords. They had blade blasters that were guns that had little knives on the end, and then the Red Ranger had a sword, and the Green Ranger had a sword.
The
The Blue Ranger had lances, and the other ones had fucking sais, and the Pink Ranger had a bow and arrow.
Megazord looks like a piece of plastic. It's trying to look like a Guyver or whatever. I saw the toy for the Voltron Lion. That one looked nice to me. I don't know.
Yeah, because Bandai's cheap as fuck, and they realize that this movie is going to play on nostalgia,
And just
and
make
then they're
money.
going to realize it sucks. And for the record, I'm looking at the original Putty Patroller action figure from the 1993 series. It's fully painted. It has all the detail. It comes with a sword. It is a much better looking toy. For whatever you want to say about the Power Rangers back in the day, the toys were always top notch. They were the best things you could buy.
True.
They were awesome.
Like, seriously.
They were fucking awesome.
I had them all as a kid. I mean, I still got them all right now. But my point is, like,
Still a
they
kid.
had a ton of articulation. Their fingers moved. They were great toys. These new Power Rangers toys they just look cheap and poorly made. And if you're gonna get on us for talking shit about the Power Rangers movie, go fuck yourself. Because you know what? We're not blinded by nostalgia here.
All right, March 31st.
A movie I'm not gonna watch. Ghost in the Shell.
I'll see it.
I'll see it.
I won't.
I don't like anime I don't like most anime, so whatever. But hey, Scarlett Johansson's hot. Now if she had a nip slip, I would go watch it.
Have you watched Under the
Casey
Skin yet?
Bodysuit the entire movie.
Yeah, I have. Okay, let me take that back. I've seen the nude scene. I've never watched the movie.
Okay.
And a movie that even more so that Jeff won't see, the Boss Baby.
You don't know me.
I already know you, Jeff. You aren't gonna. Yeah.
You think? I hate animated features nowadays. Like they're so dumb. Remake Heavy Metal. I'll go see that shit. Actually, Heavy Metal's a terrible movie. It's got a lot of boobs in it. Okay, so April 14th is a movie I'm pumped for.
You missed April 7th, man.
I probably didn't because I went through a list of everything coming out.
Going in Style.
Skipped. What is that?
It's 4 senior citizens that are so tired of getting screwed over with their pensions and all that they decide to rob a bank. It's got Morgan Freeman, Joey King, and Anne Margaret.
Didn't they do that movie last year with a Going to Vegas style?
It's Morgan fucking Freeman.
Who cares?
Joel, just because the movie appeals to you about a senior citizen who loses his pension doesn't mean 28-year-old Jeff's going to go, I got to see it.
Me, man. No, nothing even close. Closer in age to you than them.
Okay, that's true.
You still ain't got shit to show for it. Shit.
that was just kind of cold, actually.
Piece of shit.
I hate Jack Nicholson. Actually,
all right, that's it. I'm not going to Kate Beckinsale's house. I'm going to your house.
I have his address.
Don't threaten me with a good time, old man. Your old ass can't name.
All right, so April 14th is The Fate of the Furious, which is a film I'm actually excited for. I don't care if they are trashy movies. I always have a good time at these Fast and Furious movies, and I've seen every one but Tokyo Drift in theaters.
That movie looks so fucking stupid.
But you'll watch it.
The only way, you know what? That's not the goddamn point. The point is, I had to listen to the word family 30 million times.
That's
and then
true.
now it's
That's
like,
true.
now, but why'd he betray his family?
But yeah,
oh my God.
And
he's making out with what's her fucking nuts in front of Michelle Rodriguez. I'm like, fuck you guys, man.
She's a lesbian anyway.
And Jason Statham's back.
That part of the trailer was really cool when they were in jail and we're going to start fighting, but then the cops break it up right before they're about to punch each other. That part was cool. He's like, I'm going to beat you like a drum.
Yeah.
I hope The Rock gets killed in this movie.
I hope Vin Diesel gets killed in this fucking movie.
No, Vin Diesel's the best part of these movies. The Rock is like...
Are you saying that he's the glue that holds the family together? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, calm down there, Jaden Smith.
All right,
hey,
next movie.
He's got to make a comeback. Well, I don't have anything else for April personally.
There's nothing in
so
April.
do you, Joel?
Nope.
What?
Nope, nothing in April.
Fine. Well, the summer movie starts, the summer movie season starts with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is released on May the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about this. I'm going to go watch it on opening night, expect a review, but I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 1, but it wasn't as great as everyone else said it was to me.
May 12th comes out with Phil's female counterpart, Amy Schwimmer's Snatch.
So that's cool. We don't want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, but fine. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, fucking retard.
Dementia's setting in. Go ahead.
What?
We're talking about Guardians, which is clearly more important than Amy Schumer.
Hey, don't diss your girlfriend.
I would.
Well, actually, if Phil
that
is
bitch with your dick.
That's
dude, if
my
you were
joke.
dating
Can't
Amy
take
Schumer,
my joke.
I would
That's
befriend
not
you
true.
even better because I'd want some money.
Seriously, I'd be like, yo, as long as those checks don't bounce.
I mean, I have some student debt that needs to be paid off. Amy, I'll laugh at your jokes.
No.
You can show me your vagina. I won't puke.
Yeah, you have a vagina,
try.
Amy. That's hilarious.
You're so original, bitch.
Oh my god, you totally didn't get that joke from Kathleen Manigan. Yeah, you're original, baby.
I don't need it.
Yeah, you're better than Eddie Murphy. No, but Guardians 2, who's pumped?
I actually am. The trailer was horrible. I didn't like the trailer, but I liked the first one a lot. I am actually excited to see the gang get back together and a lot of puns go over Drax's head, if you know what I'm saying.
I like the trailer
He's
with
too
Drax laughing his ass off.
That one was good. I just hate when they they used Hooked on a Feeling again. I fucking hated that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that pisses me off because it's like, hey guys, or like, okay, to paraphrase Phil, remember first movie, blah blah blah. That's all they're fucking shooting for. It's remember this, remember that, Like, yeah, we get it, guys. Like, it's the same fucking franchise. We're not legally retarded. Well, most people are, but not us. That's the first prerequisite for being a world-class bullshitter. You can't be retarded. All right. So next... Yeah. So next is Alien Covenant on May 19th, the day Kane went insane and murdered his family. Thank you, Dion, for getting that reference.
So
You're the only one. We already talked about Alien Covenant earlier in the episode, so I guess we'll do a review for that one. Dion, are you going to get involved with that?
I will.
All right, cool. Hold us to these. All right, the next week, May 26th, is Baywatch, another movie with The Rock I'm going to skip.
That one looked really shitty too. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it looked really dumb.
Now, does it look shittier than the other movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales?
God damn it, Joel.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? If I had to watch either one of those, I would pick Baywatch because it's shorter and it has
Right.
Alexandra Daddario, who's got great tits, and maybe it's going to be as good as 21 Jump Street. I don't know. It could be, but I'm not excited. The Rock's my favorite person in like Hollywood, but I hate his movies. I don't know how to describe that any better.
I like Pirates. I like the first 3 at least. So I gotta see another trailer, but I'll probably go see that.
I want to see it because I always enjoyed Johnny Depp playing
Johnny Depp.
Jack and
Yeah, playing
Godfrey
Johnny
Rush
Depp.
playing Barbosa.
His name's Jeffrey, not Godfrey. You can spell Jeffrey with a G.
Shut up.
Godfrey Rush. I love Sir Godfrey
I was about
Rush.
to say Godfrey
He's
has a D in
exhilarating.
it. Godfrey doesn't.
I was scrolling quickly on my phone looking at it.
The reading's
Well,
hard.
Man,
Okay, so the following week is another piece of shit, Wonder Woman, on June 2nd. I think this movie is going to make a ton of money and get a bunch of praise. Okay, let me take that back. It's going to get a ton of praise and make okay money because you got the SJW people out in full force that are going to defend this movie. But they tried that shit with Ghostbusters and that fucking failed. So hopefully they just present a good movie and don't try to use the agenda.
Because it was the silent minority or the vocal minority, right? The movie was just fine. It was a fine movie.
You know, in all that gargly bullshit that you just spouted out, about 100% of it was true. So, I'm with you, man. I think that's the reason why Ghostbusters failed so much. No, God, make a movie with a female lead and don't fucking go, oh, it's got a female director, female lead, girl power, women empowerment. It's fucking
make it about
nauseating.
They make
at
the
this
movie
point.
about the character and not the cast and crew together making the movie and their agenda.
Thank you. But they can't because the movie's not as important as the story behind the movie, and the internet loves it. Well, fuck the internet, all right?
You
Those
can't
people
make
ain't
a
making your
good movie
goddamn
about
movie.
a woman unless the director's a woman and the writer's a woman and the fucking third stop boy lighting guy is a woman.
I guarantee you, every person that's written the best Wonder Woman stories are all men.
The creator was a man.
Yeah, William Moulton Marston or whatever his name is.
Also created the,
Lie detector.
ironically, because she's got a lasso that tells the truth.
Dude, I know my history of Wonder Woman to a degree. I'm not a fan of Wonder Woman. I don't own any single Wonder Woman issues. The only time I want to read Wonder Woman is when she's teaming up with Batman and Superman or in the Justice League. Okay, speaking of bullshit, the next movie is The Mummy. That comes out on June 9th. I will skip that for sure.
I'll see it.
I'll go see it just for shits and giggles.
You can report back the following week on World Class Bullshitters and tell us how long Tom Cruise runs away from the sand.
I will personally time that screaming scene in the airplane.
I'm holding you to it because at 10:22 p.m. on January 5th of 2017, Dr. Phil Seitz said he will personally time the length of the scream from Tom Cruise. So, you gotta say it. It's on tape.
I will do it. That scream was ridiculous.
Oh, God. If I have to see this next movie, I'll scream like that. Transformers: The Last Night.
Jesus Christ, those movies, man.
Joel, how much are you gonna go? How many times are you gonna go see this movie?
Once.
God damn you, Joel. Hollywood can make anything, and you're like, I'll see it. I won't
You
like
have
it, but I'll pay to
skipped
see it.
more films that I'm not going to see.
Plus, I love how Joel's like the fucking SJWs, but I'm gonna go see a piece of shit that's literally only supposed to make money off of my stupidity. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, Joel. I have principles. Fuck Wonder Woman, but I can't wait for that goddamn Michael Bay movie. Insert title of toy franchise here.
And
G.I.
Anyway,
Joe, The Return of...
in the memory of Nick not being here, another movie coming out that week is Halloween: The Night Evil Died.
That's not like a Michael Myers film. That's something. Because if it was a Michael Myers movie, it'd be
No, it
this
shows
fucking
Michael
place.
Myers on the cover of the poster.
Then it's a fan film.
Let's see. Following events of Halloween
Yeah, it's a-
That's
Resurrection.
journalistic integrity, Joel. You're knocking it out the park, buddy.
All right, so speaking of integrity or lack thereof, July 7th gives us Spider-Man: Homecoming. Who's excited for more Force diversity?
After seeing the trailer and seeing fucking Michael Keaton being like, I will kill everyone that you care about, I actually am kind of excited. Not super excited, but after I saw that part, I was like, God damn it, Michael. Every time I fucking see you, you pull me back in.
Yeah, but I'm worried that I won't care about the people Peter cares about. Like in the original Spider-Man trilogy, I gave a shit about Aunt May, I gave a shit about Harry, I gave a shit about Mary Jane,
I didn't.
and I gave a shit about Mr. Ditkovich.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, you don't need a fucking Necronomicon to figure out that them motherfuckers are dead. I don't care about Zendaya. You know, we all know that the motherfuckers changed that it was gonna be Mary Jane because everyone got pissed off. Don't try and pull the wool over my eyes. That's exactly why you fucking did it. And I'm just tired of seeing fucking Peter Parker in high school, man. I just want to see him fight Michael Keaton and him tell me, hey, I'm not Batman. I will fucking kill everyone you care about.
I would love this movie if there was a scene where Spider-Man gets grabbed by the Vulture and the Vulture holds him over the fucking like the cliff or the ledge of a building. He goes, "What are you?" I'm the Vulture, and then drops him or some shit.
I'm Birdman.
That would be amazing.
Wait, do that again.
I'm
Do
Birdman.
that again. Do that again.
What are you? I'm the Vulture.
Please make a sound clip of that and send it to me. If that happens in the movie, which I know it won't, but god damn it needs to happen in the movie. Oh, that made my whole
did
life
you
right
know?
there.
Joel will know this, but did you know that back in 1989, when the Batman movie came out, there's an issue of Spider-Man where Spider-Man hangs a crook over a ledge and says, the guy goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm Spider-Man." So Todd McFarlane came up with that. I guess it was J.M. DeMatteis. But anyway, whoever wrote that issue came up with that shit first. So I hope it is in the movie, though. I mean, I'm a Spider-Man fan, and I'm like you, man. I don't need to see any more high school Peter Parker. It's like 5% of his whole character was in high school.
all the movies.
And his best stories are... Yeah. It's in, let's see. This will be the 4th high school Peter Parker we get to see. Yeah, hey. And it's fucked up
Vulture.
You're not going to let that one go, are you?
I'm going to say that all the time at WrestleMania. God damn. I'm
Vulture. I'm glad I can at least entertain you.
Yes.
Okay, a week later is a movie I'm fucking pumped for. War for the Planet of the Apes.
That trailer really pumped me up, dude. I really want to see. I gotta fucking see Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I have it on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it, but I am excited for War, man. That's gonna be awesome.
I didn't see the trailer for the new one. I just went on name recognition that the last two ones were phenomenal, and this is the best franchise reboot ever.
I agree. It's fucking great.
Like, I have problems with some of the Nolan Batman stuff. I have problems with a lot of the Daniel Craig James Bond stuff. This series has done everything right.
Yep, I agreed. I can't even elaborate on that.
And I think I forgot to write the release date, but oh no, never mind. This comes out next time. So I skipped a couple months. Joel, is there anything between August and September that you want to see on this list?
Let's see. The Dark Tower, July 28th.
I personally won't see it, but you can report back.
Let's see.
It's a Stephen King comic book.
Yeah.
You like
it?
It
was a book, and
it's
then
got
it
Idris
was
Elba.
then it was a comic book.
I just wanted to see how badly they do.
Yeah, I
like
think it's
to
gonna be
see
very
it.
good because they stopped talking about that shit like really.
They stopped
Really
talking
quick.
about it when the creepy clown thing was going on.
Hey there, Georgie. They all float down here.
Blade
That
Runner.
movie's fucking awesome. I thought that was October.
That is October. You're right. That's it.
Months
I mean,
are hard.
those real dry during those months.
Just like your sex life, Joel. Anyway, October 6th is Blade Runner 2049. Not excited for that because I don't like Blade Runner. I
I
know
never saw
Curtis
it.
Lindenfield's a... You can borrow my copy forever on Blu-ray if you like.
Sure.
I honestly, I've tried to watch Blade Runner my entire life. I just don't like it.
I like
But-
Ryan Reynolds.
Jeff, that same week,
You mean-
Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
God damn it, Joel.
I will see that. But anyway, back to Blade Runner, Joel. Dion, are you a fan of Blade Runner?
I really like Blade Runner. I did not like the trailer. I like Ryan Gosling a lot too, Curtis. But I need to see more before I make a final decision.
Yeah, the one thing I do like is that it's put that stupid fan theory that Deckard's a replicant to rest. Because his ass would be
Dead.
dead.
Been dead years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they talk about him being in commission, and then the original movie takes place, and the replicants don't age in the same way, right?
Right.
Did they have a shelf
So I'm just
life
saying,
of
like-
7 years?
I thought they had a shelf life of 30 years.
No, it's way shorter than 30. It's like 7.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, all I'm saying is, then the movie took place, the original one was 2019, correct? And this is supposed to be 30 years in the future?
I think so. It was either that or...
All I'm saying is that Harrison Ford's ass is still alive. He was never a replicant. Fuck anyone that's ever said that, and all your arguments are now null and void. But I can understand why you'd be pissed if you've watched that movie so many times and that, you know, you feel the movie told you that he was a replicant. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
And wasn't his girlfriend in that movie supposed to be a replicant built without an expiration date?
No, he just didn't know what it was.
Because she was hot.
And he also, Sean Young?
She's a crazy
She used
ass,
to be real cute.
crazy woman in real life.
Yeah, she used to be cute when she was young, though. Have you guys ever seen those Polaroids that she took on set of Blade Runner?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not nude, so I can't like promise you anything crazy, but they're cool. It's nice to see a movie's behind the scenes, you know, shit like that. Kingsman is going to be good. I hope. The first one was fucking amazing.
We'll see.
But just like the first John Wick, no one expected much out of Kingsman, and we were all blown away. So, I don't know if Channing Tatum can save this like he saved... I don't know what Channing Tatum saved, sorry. November, Thor Ragnarok. 3 out of 4 bullshitters approved. Thor Ragnarok's going to be the best movie of the year,
Probably.
Amen.
even though there's 5 of us.
Well, hold on. Hey, Jeff, October 27th? Did you an untitled Cloverfield movie?
How?
I don't know. It just says untitled Cloverfield anthology movie.
If it's as good as 10 Cloverfield Lane, I'm going to be impressed, because 10 Cloverfield
What
Lane...
was her name? The actress
Second.
that was in that that survived.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
She's not in it.
Let's not spoil anything for me.
Spoil it. Do it. Do
You
it.
have, you have until February 1st to see that movie before we go full spoilers.
Deal.
Okay, so 2 weeks later, we're going to get the Justice League film. So I want to know what you guys think is going to be the bigger hit, Justice League or Thor?
Or
Not
Sadly,
even a
Justice
contest.
League.
Thor in quality, Justice League in money.
Not even a contest, Thor.
I don't think Justice League is going to be not a contest in money because, yeah, you think the Justice League's bigger in comic books. DC has kind of, you know, pissed on the fans a little bit. And there's a ton of people that aren't going to go see that fucking movie that are big comic book fans. They're going to be like, well, whatever. And then Thor has a brand that's been built up for the last, 6 years. People love Thor.
Yeah, because he's been in 4 movies now.
Is he the best Marvel character on film?
What?
No.
A lot of people would say that. He's better than Iron Man to me. I can't stand
Yeah,
watching
my
Tony
wife would
Stark
say that,
anymore.
and she's a fucking idiot.
I'll go with
She
Steve
likes
Rogers.
Thor more? Captain America's my personal favorite, but I cannot stand Iron Man anymore. Like watching Civil War the other day, I was like, fuck, I'm so glad everything that happens to you is bad in that movie. Your girlfriend left you because you're a fuck. Your best friend's paralyzed because you're incompetent, and everyone hates you.
His
on the
girlfriend
Avengers
didn't leave him because he's a
you're
fuck.
untrustworthy.
She left him because he's still an Avenger.
No, because he's a fuck.
That makes him a fuck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's an asshole, Dion. Sorry. I hate to break it to you. Iron
You
Man
ain't
is
breaking
not a good
shit
person.
to me.
He's trash, and people who like him are as well.
Sure thing, Curtis.
All right. So we got one more big film of the year because I don't give a shit about Jumanji, so I'm not gonna.
And even-
I just brought it up, but whatever.
God damn it.
But
Fuck you, Rock. I really fucking hate you. God damn it. You're almost
Yeah,
up to
dude,
you're
like-
almost up to Zack Snyder in terms of ass whoopings coming.
Well, speaking of Jumanji really quick, there was one piece of news that Dion brought up that he didn't get to say.
Oh yeah, thank you. I meant to jump in there, but Robin Williams was he really wanted to play as Hagrid, the half giant buddy to Harry Potter. But the reason he didn't get the part was because the stipulation was that every actor had to be British.
That's awfully
You said that at the
xenophobic.
beginning of the show.
Right. He would have made an amazing Hagrid. You know, back when I liked that fucking franchise because I was 12. But yeah, I the fact that he really wanted to play Hagrid, and just because he wasn't British, because if anyone could pull off probably a British like accent, it'd have been Robin fucking Williams.
And he
Mrs.
just got-
Or an
Doubtfire.
actual British person.
Mm-hmm.
Hello! If he would have done the whole movie as Mrs. Doubtfire, I'd go watch a Harry Potter movie. Fucking love Mrs. Doubtfire. That's the one Robin Williams movie that I go, oh man, he's really gone. Because other movies with Robin Williams, whatever. I don't like, what is it, Dead Poets Society or
Moscow
What Dreams
on
May
the
Come.
Hudson.
Never seen that movie.
Actually, pretty good.
Or The Fisher King. He's in that, right?
What was
Yeah,
that
it's
one,
like- I
like
hour
one
or that
photo.
one
You guys
photo horror slasher?
Dustin, Curtis, I feel like in the future, 1 hour photo is going to be the story of your life.
Oh shit, that was great.
So let's close the year out with December 15th's release of Star Wars Episode 8. The title has still yet to be released.
Oh fuck that movie.
The Force
I
Awakens.
am
I
off.
would say that Rogue One did reignite my faith in the franchise. Hopefully, it's a lot better than The Force Awakens.
I'm going to make you 100% guarantee that it has to be better than The Force Awakens. Like, for me, I don't know where else it could go, unless they, like, literally go, Episode 8, The Empire Strikes Back Again, or something stupid like that. And it's just 2 hours, and they're like, it's Kylo Ren playing with his dolls, reenacting the scenes from Empire. And I would go, like, how do you know what's happening? This wasn't filmed for people in your universe to watch. Like, this makes no sense. So that's when I would get pissed. But I think they know that they could get away with the bullshit of Episode 7 one time. So in Episode 8, they have to, I guess, try.
But how?
Or
How do
look
they
like
make
they're
it
trying.
better? How it's so.
Dion, I think the reason we liked Rogue One so much is because it had nothing to do with The Force Awakens. Literally nothing from The Force Awakens is referenced or mentioned or any of that shit isn't even important. Like, it's just like, hey, if Episode 7 wasn't made, Rogue One would be exactly the same, and I think that's why we liked it so much. I don't know. Like, are you going to make Kylo Ren all of a sudden cool? Like,
can't, look at
kind of
his
sucks. He is a whiny bitch. Are you going to make Poe Dameron matter? No, because he's kind of stupid. Are you going to make Rey matter? Well, she's already accomplished everything, so...
Anakin.
Right, that's what I'm
What is there
saying.
left
Like,
to
so I'm assuming they'll follow the same formula as Empire, where she loses. But how do you make her lose when she beat the absolute shit out of who's supposed to be the big bad guy?
Ah, God damn it.
Stokes fucks up the ass.
Yeah, it's like, and then everyone's like, ooh, who's the Supreme Leader Snoke guy? Who gives a shit? He's a giant hologram version of some alien creature that's in charge. He's not going to be the Emperor because the Emperor exploded. He's not going to be anybody. And Jar Jar's not a fucking Sith Lord.
Honestly, I think they're going to bring out and say that he is Darth Plagueis, the Emperor's master, that he thought was killed.
He's not Darth Plagueis.
Plagueis is dead. The Emperor killed him. That's how he took over the
He
galaxy.
thought he killed him.
No, I trust that he knew what he was doing.
Hey, look, if Episode 7 can prove that anything can happen in Star Wars, that could happen in Episode 8. I'm just saying, I don't know, because I don't give a shit about Darth Plagueis.
No, see, if J.J.
He's
Abrams
cool.
was still doing it, that'd be the case. But seeing as how his dumbass and his lost credibility is gone, I doubt that they'll do something that fucking stupid.
Well, remember when we read the rumored plot of Episode 8, where Rey is now the re-embodiment of Anakin or some dumb shit like that?
I'd rather see her be the re-embodiment of the Emperor.
Okay, if they did a twist where she's the evil one, and Kylo Ren's actually the righteous one, then I could be like, well, I didn't see that twist coming. I gotta watch the
After
ninth
he
one now.
killed his dad?
Hey, he's like, hey, I was high. Sorry, guys, I made a mistake. I'm back on the light side now.
I
Like,
hunted my wife.
good reference there, Curtis. Only the select few that were there in that room that day will get it.
I kind of had
It was a good-
new appreciation for Rogue One this week, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Went
good.
and saw it for a 5th time, but 2 days before I went and saw it again, I'm at my new job, and I work in the legal department, and I find some violation that we had been committing for the past 6 years. And my boss finds out, and that motherfucker took credit for it and told everyone that he found it. And so in Rogue One, when Director Krennic goes, "We are standing amidst my achievement, not yours," that's what was playing in my head, and I thought I'd tell you.
But did you do it?
The only thing I took away from that story is how did you see that movie 5 times in theaters?
I just keep buying tickets and sitting in the chair and staring at the giant neon screen.
Oh, ooh, that whip that Curtis has, he's a real stand-up guy.
What voice is that? Is this the 30s? Because your ass wouldn't be on a radio show in the 30s. I'm just saying. I mean, I like the reference. I get it. The other day I looked at my Krennic action figure and thought of that stupid pun Darth Vader made about. I'm drawing a blank now.
Don't let your ambition or choke on your ambition.
Choke on your ambitions.
Aspiration. Jesus Christ.
I almost said don't rest on your laurels, but that's completely irrelevant to Star Wars.
See, the only problem I have
Don't rest on your laurels, Commander.
Around to do it.
That's what I'm gonna start. Hey, when Rogue One, when we can get like a high quality digital version of that scene, I'm just gonna dub my voice as Darth Vader giving really bad life lessons. Don't forget to brush your teeth, Director.
No,
just dumb shit like that.
God's eating that shit up.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard. Just fucking bad pun Darth Vader. And then just like Jeff, like I just keep imagining you with like a mask on, a Darth Vader mask, and I'm like brushing my teeth, and you say, "Don't forget to brush your teeth." I just like go.
It would be so retarded, but people would watch it.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Apparent lack of vegetables disturbing.
Nutrition is important. Just dumb shit like that constantly.
Don't forget to take your vitamins, bro.
Power to destroy a planet.
Say your prayers, brother.
Against 2 fluoride toothpaste.
It's just a loop of him turning around and pointing as he says shit like that.
Well, and you know that I love that shit because when you showed me the fucking the Bane, that's what happens to your body on strawberries. Like, you know that I love that shit.
Jeff, there's a trailer that it's got that full 4 seconds of him turning around. You could rip it off the trailer.
Oh shit, I need to start working on that this weekend.
That would be...
Now I need to learn how to modulate my voice so it sounds closer to Darth Vader than they did in Rogue One, and we'll all be set.
Oh, that'd be so great. Oh, God.
Let's just hope and pray, Dion, that Episode 8 is good. Like I said, though, I don't think people are going to fall for the same bullshit twice, because a lot of the shit I've been reading on the internet, people are like, I loved it the first time I saw it with Episode 7, and they're like, well, the more I watch it, the more problems I can see it has, so... I don't even think I could sit through it again, because I'd scream the
I think
entire
that just
time.
proves that you were right, Jeff. Everybody went into it the first time with nostalgia on the brain. Now they're watching it again
reminds
and
me of
they
that
got all
scene-
that bullshit in their
I don't know if that's true because I saw it 8 times in theaters and I liked it more each time.
Well,
Yeah, when
you're
you list the
not
fucking
saying-
Suicide Squad as your fucking film of the year, too. So.
And you also listed the point that you liked it because your kids liked it. So, like, my mom likes Dangerous Liaisons. That's the worst movie I've ever seen from that 1988.
I mean, we all have different
calendar
reasons for
year.
liking things. Mine don't have to align with.
But that doesn't mean it's a good film. You
Exactly.
like it because it makes someone else happy.
Of course,
That doesn't
Dion's going to
determine
kiss
the
your ass
quality of
and
the film.
agree with you, but what I'm saying is...
First of all, don't jump on that bandwagon, number
Well,
one.
you
Number
always
two,
do, though. I can't think of one time...
Because I'm always right.
I disagree with Jeff on a lot of things.
Because you're his lackey. The
No,
point is...
see, like I said... as a
Don't
rich
try to
guy,
play us against each other, dude, because that's going to get you kicked off the fucking show quicker than you realize. Alright? I don't play into that bullshit. You don't like what we got to say about a fucking movie? Cool. Argue about it. Talk shit. Don't ever try to fucking drive a wedge between me and my buddy. Sorry you don't like it, okay? End of fucking story. Alright, so that's this for this week's show. Let's read the comments. Here we go. So last week was a successful episode. I'm happy about it. Let's see. Nathan Simmons said that he didn't go see Ghostbusters because of Sony's bullshit. Thank you, Nathan. I agree with that. And if you liked that kind of stuff, go listen to the Midnight's Edge video. That talks about all the bullshit and drama behind Ghostbusters. Uggs for President was back. He said 2016 was a great year for us. Bring it on 2017. Guy from Carcosa, he was happy the year's over. He said it was a shitty year. I liked 2016. I thought it was good. I thought it was entertaining. For us, we grew as a channel, and I'm very happy. And most of it is just fuck Ghostbusters, the whole thing. So,
Rightfully so.
and then Andrew Hart says he loved The Witch. He said it was incredible. Dustin said he was goddamn right. I still need to see it because my favorite horror podcast went on and on about it. And Brian Late said that he thinks Dustin stole his joke from Phil, and Phil stole his joke from the internet, so full circle. And Joseph Dooley said his daughter was born last year, so he liked 2016. Does anyone else have any good memories of 2016 they'd like to bring up?
Besides the awesome and epic one, Darth Vader, pun Darth Vader, and two, I'm Vulture. Yeah, 2016 wasn't all bad.
Well, to be fair, both of those creations kind of happened tonight in 2017.
No, hee-haw, no. The original content.
Okay, Family Guy. I guess I should read the emails real quick. I don't know. I haven't checked them in months.
We've got so much.
Like, we haven't recorded. You can never have too much goop. All right, you can never have too much fucking goop. Well, you can have too much Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm so glad she wasn't in Civil War. I think she's a little disturbed by the show. I don't want a fucking premium account to mail.com. It's free for a reason. It's shit.
It's called literally mail.com.
Oh god, the annual goop detox. That sent us an email on today at 1:49 p.m. And it says workout gear, eat avocados, and buy this shit to detox in the new year.
I thought Goop was named after the shit that comes out your butthole when you do those cleanses, but I guess I was wrong.
Goop is just an amalgamation of poop and Gwyneth Paltrow. Just saying. A lot of it's just Twitter. A lot of new follows on Twitter. Twitter suggests we follow Isaac, 2 Gay Geeks, and Star News.
Ugh.
Two gay geeks.
I gotta say, it's a very, striking title. Not as striking as World Class Bullshitters, but, whatever. That's really it. I mean, most of the tweets, or most of the emails are just, hey, you gotta tweet, you gotta tweet, you gotta tweet. No one ever emails us and is like, hey, I love your show. They leave that for the Twitter. So whatever. Or the Facebook. That's cool with me. That's really it. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say before we close this episode out?
I'm Dion.
Hey, Dion, since you're the family abortionist, I've got an abortion joke for you.
Oh God. Oh.
What's the worst thing about accidentally locking your keys in your car outside your abortion clinic? Having to go back in and ask for a coat hanger.
Wow. I thought you were going to make a bombing joke, but that was good.
Oh, God. Oh, man. That makes my soul hurt.
That's a lie. You get to have one.
We talked about some retarded shit this past week when we were drunk.
That's true. But I don't remember us using a coat hanger abortion joke. God damn it.
No, what happened is we got really drunk about dinner time. We ate food, which was really good, and then I guess we played beer pong with 3 people, and then we tried playing a game of Trouble.
Oh, yeah. I didn't remember the Trouble part.
Yeah, because you went... I don't know where the hell you went for a while. You just, went outside, and then Hillary and I were playing it, and you're like, oh, I'm back. I knew you were taking a shit, I guess. See, I gotta understand, anytime you disappear from my memory, I'm not blacking out. You just went to take a shit for half an hour.
He's not telling a lie, either. He's not telling a lie.
I'm not going to tell the lie about the part where you passed out on the toilet and puked and ruined your shower curtain, too.
Hey, it was in the tub. So cleanup was very easy, number 1. And number 2, drunk Dion cleaned all that up. So that's impressive as shit.
I just remember Hillary being pissed. She's like, I want to take a goddamn shower. And then you're like, well, I was responsible for puking in the fucking shower, so don't blame me. And I just was like, I can't believe this is happening. That was my New Year's. It was amazing. I got to see you. I didn't get to see you. I take it back. I walked into the bathroom when you were passed out on the toilet. That's how I know that story.
There you go.
Because I checked on you. I'm like, are you alive? You're like, oh.
See, drunk memories, it's conversation that sparks that shit back to the forefront. So I'm glad that we had that discussion because I had forgotten about passing out. I just thought that I wandered in, puked, cleaned it up, took a shit, and went to bed. But see, now the timeline is makes a lot more sense.
But you were out for like a half an hour on the toilet. I just sat there and waited. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I could understand if you're trying to get it on with Hillary or do something, but I knew the door was still closed. Like, you were just gone.
It was a journey. It was a journey, man.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey,
Have you
Phil.
heard the joke about the baby with AIDS? It never gets old.
That hurts my soul now. You know, let's just end this episode, okay? This has been World Class Bullshitters episode 55. Every Thursday night we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you liked this show, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, don't come back. I don't give a shit. Come back again. We had some guy that wanted to talk shit about our videos, but he went the wrong path and started talking shit about Hillary, which was kind of uncool. So if you're watching this show, you know who you are. That was some uncool shit you did. And don't try to, play off like we're the assholes because we were nice to her. Dion, you remember that?
Oh,
don't you?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I forgot his name. The funny part is he was like, I love your channel. You guys are so great, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, thanks, man. We really appreciate it. And then he calls your wife essentially a cunt. And I'm like, it's a little too harsh for me.
Well, that's
like anybody else.
This episode was embarrassing. I'm like, so the fact that we're drunk watching a movie isn't embarrassing. But because we were being, accommodating and watching a movie with my Hillary, that makes it embarrassing. Your priorities are pretty fucked up, bruh.
I mean, there's the myriad of you've never seen a vagina jokes we could make. There's the whole angry people jokes we could make. We could we could go on. We could dedicate an entire episode to that asshole. But no, because I don't remember his screen name and I don't really feel like looking it up through all the comments. So whatever. Anyway, though, if you do like our show, give us a thumbs up. Tell us in the comments section what you like. Tell us who won this week's debate. All that good shit. You can follow us on Twitter, The World Class BS. You can follow us on Facebook. We got a really awesome group going. A lot of the guys over there, and you know who you are, have really been bringing the conversation level to impressive heights. I mean, hell, over New Year's, all you guys were going on about was Power Ranger stuff, and it was cool. Like, people are interacting. World Class Bullshitters is doing what it set out to do, bring you a different side of entertainment and, and engage a conversation. So that's awesome. Also, if you want to help the channel grow, check out incarnate-studios.com. Pick up a t-shirt. We really need to get some t-shirts moving because we're trying to put the show on multiple different platforms, and that shit costs money. So, some of the guys have responsibilities, like kids and stuff, and, I keep funneling money into this business that actually is working out. So my point is, guys, if you can pick up a shirt, help support the channel. We'll give you a shout out. It's high quality shit, and it'll help us get on iTunes and other platforms. And that's really about it. I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I'm Dion.
If you have to ask that question, then your sex life raises a whole new set of questions for me.
What can I say? When it's Women's Appreciation Day, man, I go all out.
Was that the other night?
What day is it again?
What day did I leave?
To Monday?
I was woken up to a very odd sound, but I won't get into that later. It kept me up for about a half an hour. I was like, Jesus Christ, shut up. Or close the door! Like I had to shit the whole time. No, it wasn't a squeaky bed, Joel. They bought a new bed because
So it was head against the billboard.
It was more like a. It sounded like the inside of Michael Myers' mask.
Oh, it could have been
That
Danny in the
reminds
room after
me
an asthma
of-
attack.
I know you want to end the show, but it reminds me of that part in Forrest Gump. Why don't you and my mom talk about?
I've never seen Forrest Gump.
Oh, well.
Why is that funny, Phil?
No, just once.
Sorry, Robert Zemeckis, you made Back to the Future. That's all I
I
want to
was
watch.
like, oh, this great part in this movie. Oh, I've never seen it. Fuck off.
Look it, man. If it's a popular film from the 90s that everyone seems to love, that's not like a Die Hard sequel or
you haven't
GoldenEye,
seen
I
it.
probably didn't watch it. I tend not to try not to watch these movies. It's just like, oh, you haven't seen Forrest Gump? No, you gotta see it. And then I'm like, well, if I gotta see it, I guess I don't want to see it. It's like, don't force me to watch Forrest Gump or E.T. or Apollo 13. I've never seen those movies. Like, I don't like Ron Howard.
You got to see Thor Ragnarok.
Actually, I do have to see Thor Ragnarok. It doesn't work on me, Joel, from you, okay? if you said you got to see Underworld: Rise of the Lycans, I'd say fuck you.
All of Joel's movie decisions makes us question not only his sexuality but his ability to make decisions.
If you ever interacted with him for more than 5 minutes, his ability to make decisions should have been questioned already. Not the movie choices. Like when he wouldn't stop quoting Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my god!
Like you should have questioned. Like now, okay, Joel, if you wear a Bengals shirt to WrestleMania, I'm gonna question you every day.
Alright.
Okay, good. Don't
I
embarrass
won't.
us.
I'm sorry.
I live here. So does Phil.
Yeah, seriously, I'm a Bengals fan. We have a shitty team. Don't wear that jersey.
At least we're not the Browns.
It's true.
We're not much better.
You talk about
I
this
got
year
that
we were
joke.
fucking 6 times better.
We're not gonna get into that.
I don't want to see Phil like have an emotional
No,
breakdown.
we don't
Phil-
talk about sports on this podcast, so we're not gonna.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Phil, what's harder for you to deal with, the Bengals loss or the loss of your foot? Pick one.
The loss of my foot. I need that
Okay.
for walking.
You never did
Okay,
that.
how much walking did you? Yeah, I was about to say, how much walking did you do with both of them?
I could get places.
Okay, question: did you walk more than you ever have in 2016 because of Pokemon Go?
No.
So you didn't walk for Pokemon Go. You just said, "Hey, kid, take my phone and bring that shit back."
He went to
Actually,
Walmart and stole the scooter.
No,
He would actually drive
Yeah.
around. I remember we would go to breakfast. You're like, hold on, I gotta make a quick stop at the river to catch a Pokemon. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, I'm fucking hungry. Let's go eat. Like, hold on. And he would stop his car by the river. He's like, I got it. Him and Dan both.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that for Pokemon. I did that for stops.
I don't know the difference. My point is,
I
like,
didn't do that for Pokemon.
Like, I didn't-
Pokestops
did
is
that
how
for-
you get the Pokeballs.
Phil, I don't know what that is, and I don't
You
care.
brought it up.
Like, I know that it interfered with my life for you to play Pokemon Go on multiple occasions. Like, one time I was meeting you and Dan at your house. I'm like, where are you guys at? Like, we're down at the river doing something with Pokemon. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys. Like, there are real things we could be doing, not playing Pokemon
Get
Go.
over it.
No, I never will.
I'm gonna start calling
In
Phil
2048, I'm gonna call you up, Phil, in the future, and you have a family. Like, Phil, remember that time I waited outside of your house for half an hour while you played Pokemon? Fuck you. I hope you don't get what you want for Christmas. Just dumb shit like that. I will taunt you for
And
the
then
rest
Phil
of your
just
life.
be like,
with it,
Phil be
okay?
like, "Well, I caught a Charizard, so go fuck yourself."
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you.
And, like, what did that get you in life?
It got me a Charizard. That's what it got me.
And when your phone got wiped or stolen, your Charizard was gone.
Oh god, that's good.
Good night, folks. We'll be back next week with more bullshit.
This was Joel.
This is the doctor. I guess Kurt's dead.